we understand that out of our family, we the only ones to start a business. You know what I mean? We're basically the only ones. Um, and if we don't at least make this teachable to our kids and cousins and nephews and different things of that, we're just gonna kick the can down the road. You know what I mean? And they're gonna have to start off from step one too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to The Empire. And yeah, we're here today with Flex, owner of The Plug, family man, businessman, and so much more. Flex, welcome to The Empire.
What it do? What's up, Empire? Happy to be here.
Man, how's your day been, bro?
Going pretty good. Just getting started, kind of early. You know what I mean? So getting it going. Yeah,
Got you. Early bird get the worm, though, right?
always. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.
That
Feel me?
part. Man, when you said sleeper, it made me think of like a hitman or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, man, how's your week been? How's your year been?
It's been a cool year, a little roller coaster, but we rolling. We still rolling. Yeah.
Staying
Yeah.
on top, taking the punches,
Yep,
dodging them.
gotta take them, give some, take some, you know what I mean? Recuperate, come back. You
That's
feel me?
it.
Yeah.
That's it, because it's like all about
Yeah.
what did it say? You got to. I think there's something in the Bible where it says like you knock down 7 times, get up 7 times, type of thing.
Yeah, long
Yeah.
as you get up. It ain't about going down, long as you get up. You know what I mean? So, that's one thing for sure the plug is doing. We getting back up. We taking another swing at it. You feel me?
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
So, Flex, for people who may not know who you are and the things you do, man, can you please let everybody know who you are and the things that you do?
Okay, well, I run the plug here in San Bernardino, located inside the Waterman. We very known for creating and making a lot of Inland Empire, Dino, Rialto, Fontana, Colton gear, just pretty much the Inland Empire as a whole, that's what we're known for. And, with a big emphasis on the Dino, because that's where I'm from, that's where we at. So we definitely represent that. And besides that, we bring some of the dopest clothing to the area, urban streetwear, just a lot of fly stuff.
And obviously, the work speaks for itself. We were just here earlier. Someone came in immediately. They're like, "Hey, let me get a Kamala shirt." They already knew what they wanted.
Yeah, they already had it on their mind. They was like, I want the Kamala shirt, and then we gonna go to J.C. Penney's.
That part, right? They went off. They're like, "We're gonna go to that
Holy couple,
JCP."
that's another dope thing about the plug. It's a very I got all different ranges of customers. You know what I mean, from young to old, and that's pretty dope. Yeah,
And that's a blessing.
yeah, for
That's
real.
a blessing.
Yeah.
Flex, we like to go into a little bit deeper about people, right, man? So,
Yeah.
can you give us a brief story of how you grew up, where you grew up, all the way up to the man you are today?
Definitely, man. I grew up right here, San Bernardino, California. 1132 North Hancock to be exact. Raised by my great aunt. This is home. You know what I'm saying? Went to school, Real Vista. Went to Martin Luther King. Went to Rialto for a minute, a year. You know what I mean? Came back to the Dino. Went to Devalejo, Pacific. You know, this is home. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm from. The greatest place ever, if you ask me. Nah, I know it ain't the greatest place, but still, I got faith in it, and I like to be a light of the positive that come from the Dino. I like to push in that direction. Like to be part of the, bring the city up. I don't like to really, speak down on the city, even though we have our problems just like any other city, but I'm part of that positive and moving forward. You feel me?
Yeah, much necessary, man. So tell us a little bit more about growing up and how you decided to start this business and everything like that, man.
Oh,
Talk to us
okay.
about
Well, man,
some childhood stuff, some family.
yeah.
Talk to us, man. We're
Well,
trying to know who you is.
I used to, it's crazy. I used to draw on my sweaters with like a marker, and where I stayed at on Hancock, if I come out to the middle of the street, I can see the mountains, like little mountains over, a little bit of little mountain, and then you can see the bigger mountains as well from looking, like if I look towards Jimmy's liquor store. And I used to draw that on my sweater, not the liquor store, but just the mountains. And I would draw San Bernardino on my sweaters back then. And at that time, I called myself King James. You know what I'm saying? But
No
you
relation
know,
to LeBron? No relation?
nah, not at
Okay.
all. I
Okay.
just thought I was a king. You know, King James. You know what I mean? But this is as a, I'm a kid, like elementary. But I always had love for the city. Like my love for the town has always been deep, genuine, and natural. You know what I'm saying? Shit. My whole family from the town, so we really represent this with a lot of love and passion. You feel me? So yeah. So it's a coincidence that I didn't know I was gonna get into making shirts and clothing and all that. So just starting the store was like, I think I used to get hats. Well, there wasn't no Dino hats. You know what I mean? Let me say there was no representation for the town. Like I would go back probably like 2011 or something, or in any time before that, you couldn't really find any Dino gear. It was a shortage. If you did find a hat, it was at the liquor store. It was the tradition. I mean, what is that? The old English one. So I always had always had a desire to have, some Dino gear. I wanted to represent where I was from, and I used to get my hats made in here in the Waterman actually. I made a couple hats, and this was before I was thinking about a store. But yeah, I made a couple hats, SB hats. Them was the only hats I wore really. You know what I mean? I didn't wear hats before I made an SB hat.
So,
Yeah.
you got any siblings? Are you the only child? Like,
I got a lot of brothers and sisters.
really?
Yeah. Well, my mom, I got older brother, older sister, and two younger twin brothers. And then with my dad, I got I think it's about 8 of us total.
Damn.
Older sister, me being the second oldest, my brother Jammal, Darnell, Ashley, it's a gang of us. Yeah, I can keep going,
Dang. So
But
how was the holidays with all them kids?
well, although I got a lot of brothers and sisters, I was raised by my great aunt.
Oh, you said that's
So
right.
I was raised kind of by myself, but I always, knew my brothers and sisters, we were just in different places. But so I kind of feel like an only child, but I'm not, you know what I mean? On the other end, I'm also like the big brother to everybody, not bragging or nothing like that, but I'm a big on family, you know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
I'm the big bro that's always there. Yeah.
So do you think by living with your great aunt, it kind of changed? You may have a different perspective than the rest of the family that you're with, the rest of the siblings.
Maybe, if I can be honest, we all tight though. We all, we have similar views, but my great aunt definitely did instill certain things in me that I know I got from her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Flex, I want to go back into the business, right? So
Yeah.
what made you decide to actually say, you know what, I fuck with clothes, I'm heavy, I want to start a business in it? And why did you decide clothes and fashion? Why did you decide it?
Well, man, it you know, it kind of came out of nowhere a little bit. But I had started off with just selling some hats, that I had came across, and I sold the hats for a little while, a couple weeks or so, and then I seen they were going, and I'm like, well, dang, let me. I took a trip up to the Waterman, and I looked around and I seen a spot, and I'm like, you know what, I could work right here. My neighbor, that's still my neighbor to this day, Brother Rashad Hassan. I went in there and I asked him, like, what you think? You think I should open up a store? He said, yeah, give it a shot. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it, And I took off with that. Like I
What year
said,
is this?
this is 2013. Yeah, I took off with that, and it was just hats. I probably didn't even have a lot of hats, but I had a lot of nice, different stuff that people never seen. So the uniqueness of the hats is what allowed me to take off. I probably had maybe about like 70, 80 hats, something like that. But I was selling them like crazy. Like people was going crazy when they came by the shop because the hats were so unique. They never seen them before. So they was flying off the shelf from day one, and I know a lot of people don't say that, but from day one, like I think I sold like 20 hats the first day, and then every day I was selling like a nice amount of hats. And I had a smaller spot, so my overhead wasn't that high at the time, so it was making sense from the start. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's how it started with the hats. The clothing and all that came when me and my brother also worked with me. Also, I forgot to add that. My brother Jammal, shout out to him. You know what I mean? He doing his thing too. We'll talk about that later. Shout out to the factory. But we had came up with changing the brims of the hats and adding different materials. So, whether it be snakeskin, cheetah print, some type of nice fabric that we found that, might have went and picked it up from Joann's or Michael's out in LA. And that right there, once we started changing the brims, we started thinking we needed shirts to match the brim of the hat. And once we started doing that, that's what led us off into the clothes. And then it just took off from there. Yeah.
Flex, number one, I want to congratulate you for 11 years, 11-year anniversary, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
For doing that, right?
Yeah.
Some people don't even last a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no,
congrats for all that and the evolution.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And the evolution of from hats to actual whole outfits.
Yeah, it's full fit. It's a full store
outfits.
now. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And speaking of the evolution to where we are now, how would you define your brand and your clothing style for people who may not have never seen it and stuff like that? How would you define it?
Or when you say, everybody looking for me, man. When you say define it, you mean the clothes that I carry or my actual brand, or like, you know what I mean?
Let's go with the brand. Let's go with both. We'll follow your instinct. Let's go.
Well,
follow your instinct.
I carry a lot of. I carry some street brands. I carry a couple of them are black owned. Like a few of them are black owned brands that I carry that are brands that I get from other places, such as New York, some out in LA as well. Which are bigger brands that are carried all over the world, and I'm thankful to be able to carry those brands as well. And those brands are like, man, they dope. Like they unique. They come some of the latest fashion. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get to my brand, I like to say my brand, like I got the We Flip brand, the We Flip with a $sign on the bottom. Like we flip dollars basically. And that brand is mine, you know what I mean? And that brand I made to basically encourage us to invest and flip our money, you know what I mean? Have faith in and trust our grind, That's one of my slogans as well, trust your grind. Invest, flip, stack, repeat. So it's more like a positive, I consider it a positive brand that should, push people to, believe in themselves, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love that. It's back to the positivity, right?
Always, man. I don't like negativity. I'm not knocking anybody whose brand promotes, maybe whether it be popping pills or lean or whatever. But just for me and my store, I don't like to carry it. You know what I mean? Some of it has to do with, I've lost loved ones to, fentanyl and different things like that. So I don't push that narrative. I don't want the kids to come to my store and be like, oh, this shit is cool because I saw it at the plug. You know what I mean? So the plug, as best as I can, I try to not promote any negativity. You know what I mean? Whether that be gang bang attire or anything like that. In the past, I have made the sleeves and stuff like that, the bandana sleeves and stuff. It was fly. It was a time when it was kind of fly. But now with the new minded eye, I wouldn't promote it anymore. I wouldn't be selling any bandana stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
just because, yeah.
My fault. I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
I respect that, Flex, because you're thinking consciously, right? You're thinking like, you know what? I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah.
I know. Basically, you realize the importance and the impact that you have
Yeah.
on the people around you,
Yeah.
right? And you don't want to associate that. So thank you for that. Thank
Nah,
you for that
it's
consciousness, man.
thank you. And man, and I'm thankful too. It's just, when I think about it, I realize the impact, and I know a lot of kids do look up to my store as a whole. Some of them, because I've been here so long, I've seen them grow into adults. They might have been 10 and now they 21, you know what I mean? They might have, I done seen it. I done seen them go from 2 to 14 or whatever it might be. They done, so a lot of them have grew up knowing the plug and shopping with the plug. And, so I just try to keep it conscious when I put stuff in my store. So, certain stuff I do not promote. I'm not knocking nobody to do, you know what I mean? It's just, as far as the plug, we not doing that.
Yeah, you know what that makes me think of?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you believe in it, but do you believe in like
Yeah.
people call it like the law of karma? Like what you put out comes back to you?
I definitely do. I
Okay.
definitely do. And some things is just me being able to look in the mirror at myself, and just, just like, because really it ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't cool. Some people separate themselves from, some people, they not into the politics, and they just like, if it's making money, we making money. You know what I mean? Me, on the other hand, I don't think like that. You know, of course I want to make money, but if I got to make money promoting some shit that I really don't agree with, then I'm gonna pass on it.
You got to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah,
You ever heard the term that all money is not good money?
it definitely ain't. You know what I mean? Definitely ain't. Yeah, if I have. Yeah,
You stand by it?
I stand by it to the best of my ability. Like I might, but when it come to that, I don't push it.
I love it.
I don't push no drugs. I don't tell you to pop no pills. I'm not gonna tell you it's cool. I'm probably gonna tell you don't do it. You know what I mean? And try to, without sounding like I'm trying to preach to you, I'm gonna explain to you why you shouldn't. Because nowadays you got a lot of, the music, the clothing, a lot of stuff is pushing that narrative.
Facts.
And it's like they pushing it and they don't even care, like the outcome of, what they putting out in the streets or what they making seem cool, So, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A quick question before we move on. Why do you think people push that narrative even though they know the outcome? Why do you think people still do it?
Man, I can't even tell you why. I've thought about this. Like, well, why would people still be like you hear people falling out dead over this shit? Pop the pill first, or however many times, and they pop the pill to have a good time, a good night, and it ended up being the last night. I'm like, damn, that's a chance I can't take. But I always been like that. Like even when I was younger, even high school, I never popped Molly, none of that shit. I just always felt like if I tried that shit, I might die. So I don't want that to be my story. It was that simple for me. Like, oh, niggas, some people die or some people lose their mind or, nah, I don't want you to be like, Flex was cool, man. And then he popped a pill and that nigga ain't been right since. He done went crazy, So I never wanted that to be my story. And it was that simple for me not to mess with none of that. Now, I do drink and I do, I smoke some weed every blue moon, but I ain't really no smoker, you know what I mean? But, but anything that I felt that could possibly change my mind or take me out the game after one night, I wasn't messing with it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I'm cool. Yeah. So for the people that do, I just kind of feel like I just feel like some people out here on autopilot and they not really even, like they tapped in, but they don't really care. They like, shit, if it's over, it's over. That's really how they mental is. And they don't really care. They just going with the flow of life. And, if that's what we doing and we, I had a good time, that's kind of how they feel. But, nah, that ain't for me though. It's sad to see like all the, the rappers that done, lost their life over, some of those things, because it's like, to me, it seemed like they got to a level of success, like the place to where a lot of us want to be. We all want to be able to say we made it. I made money. I bought a house. I bought everything I need. And, that's what all of us want to do. And then to turn around and lose your life to popping a pill or lean or anything like that, to me, it's like, damn, that's fucked up. That's your story? Like, you feel me? Like, nigga, you won. You know what I mean? You won. You was winning. You won. Like, you know what I mean? You was hands in the air. You made it, baby. You made it out the hood. You ain't worried about the normal stresses of life, like how you gonna pay your bills and stuff. You guaranteed to make money if you go do a show. You can make large amounts of money just doing a show or making an appearance. And for them people to still engage in the into those things, it's like, it's kind of crazy, but I guess that's life. And sometimes you never know. Sometimes you get hooked on some shit you don't even know it's possible. You know what I mean? So
Flex, what you reminded me of is like, you said like I never did Molly because,
nothing, Sherm, none of that shit.
Yeah, and it reminded me because I remember a lot of people were doing meth that I used to know, or I didn't know, and I was like, I never could do it because I used to see what they looked like. Their faces were all sunk in.
Meth is crazy,
and
you know what I mean?
And I was like, I can't do it.
One thing I realized is that sometimes it's your crowd of friends. You know what I mean? So me, not knocking any other race or nothing like that. Like I coming up, I always only had, I'm cool with everybody. I got all kind of friends.
Period.
But I didn't hang with a lot of different races in that aspect. So, for us, like most of us, we probably smoke weed and drink. Few niggas, was doing Sherm back in the days, like older niggas, but that was out. I didn't ever even think about doing that. Just from the stories I heard, niggas was, niggas smoke a stick and go run and get buck naked.
That part, smoky.
Yeah, or just like a nigga smoked a stick and never came back. I got family members that I don't know for sure if it was Sherm or what it was, but I got family members that I remember that were normal, and now they not normal no more. You know what I mean? That's been years. They ain't never went back to the person that they was before. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was cool on all of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, sometimes it's the groups you hang with. Because what I realized, some of my friends, like, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but if you hung with certain, if you had like SA homies, like certain ones, and, you might have tried, acid or whatever, different shit, but we wasn't trying none of that shit.
Mushrooms.
Like, that shit never even came up in a topic. Like, just coming up when I was a teenager and, fresh out of high school, we wasn't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I might be wrong, so I apologize if I offended anybody. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're that far off. I think it's like
meth,
different cultures.
Meth never, like, that shit sound crazy.
Yeah,
like, you doing meth? Like, you definitely got, my offense if I'm wrong, you definitely got to have some, like, a white friend or something. You had white friends coming up?
Well,
Because, nigga, I ain't nobody never approached me with no meth.
Let me put it this way. You be smoking weed with certain people.
Yeah.
And then they'll pull out some other stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I've been in one situation where, and it's crazy. I went to visit I took my daughter to a pool party, a kid's pool party. She was in middle school. And the lady, the host, she was black, she was mixed. But it was like an Asian dude there. It was a few Hispanics there. It was, it was a nice mixture of people. And I'm thinking everybody in this motherfucker, like I'm thinking I'm in Redlands. I'm thinking everybody cool. I'm like, all right, I'm
Redlands
thinking
got some shockers in the
yeah,
Redlands.
I'm thinking I'm like, let me not be so hood or whatever. I'm thinking, I'm trying to fit in with them. You know what I mean? And man, I swear the night went on, and as it got later, they was like, we finna get an 8-ball. I'm like, and then, she was like, stay. She was trying to get me to stay. And I'm like, hey, I don't fuck around. Like, I'm finna go. You know what I mean? This what y'all finna do. You know what I mean? But nah, it was normal to all of them. You know what I mean? They was like, look, yeah, it's finna go up. We finna turn it up. We finna go get the 8-ball. I made the call. We finna get the 8-ball. We finna have a good time, That's what they was on. But for me, that wasn't normal to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like we're gonna smoke, we're gonna go get some Hennessy or something, That's it. But nah, they was taking it to the next level. So, but it was that environment that I'm talking about. And like I said, if I'm offending anybody, I apologize. But it was that type of multicultural environment that was breaking out, shit
Eight
that I
balls.
never fucked with. You know what I mean? None of my other environments, we was breaking out any of that shit,
Yeah.
Now, as fast forward now, I understand that a lot of, it is in our culture now. Like, we are doing, some culture, shit, motherfuckers is doing all kind of shit now. You don't know what they doing now.
It's
Because
crazy.
that's what they promoting now. Yeah.
What's crazy, Flex, is that like
Yeah.
you think you go to like these conservative
Oh, yeah,
white
they high as
areas
hell.
where they're like
Oh, yeah,
they're
they
not
high
they're
as a
not
kite.
they're like
Yeah.
all preppy and nothing's going on. Like
Yeah.
they're doing the most drugs over there.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing the heaviest drugs over
they
there.
doing the heaviest drugs.
Yeah, they doing the
They
heaviest
doing the
drugs.
heaviest drugs.
Yeah.
So, and it's,
But Flex, I wanted to
Yeah.
continue with the brand.
let's go back to
Right.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How did the name come about? Like the plug. How did that name come about?
The plug, man. I just like, so, when I came with it, I was thinking of a name, and I couldn't think of nothing. I can't remember what I came up with first, but when I came with the plug, because I had my mind was telling me I wanted to have more than what I was starting off with. So I knew that I didn't know exactly what I was gonna come with, but I knew I was gonna come with something. So I didn't want it to have a limited name, like, hat club, or
Gotcha.
some, because I knew I was gonna come with my mind was telling me that I'm gonna grow and come with a lot of different stuff. So I wanted to be the plug for just clothing. I even had a mental I want to be the plug furniture store, the plug auto lot. These is my thoughts. And I ain't did them. They might still come true, but you know what I mean?
Hey.
But I just wanted to be the plug for everything, and I didn't want to be locked in to just one thing. So the plug just sound like, whatever you need, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So and it was like, it also was a spin off of like the street term, the plug too. So it was a spin off of that as well, because when you the plug, people,
Yeah.
they like, hey, hit the plug. He got it. You know what I mean?
He got what I need. He got what
Yeah,
I'm
the
looking
plug
for.
gonna come through. So it was a spin
Yeah.
off of that as well. Yeah.
I love that. I even like the
Yeah.
vision of furniture store,
Yeah, like,
auto part.
man, it still can happen.
Hey man,
we still in it, baby.
all we got is the future
Yeah.
in front of us, right?
Yeah,
The
for
future's
real,
in front
for
of
real.
us, right?
Yeah.
So one thing that I really liked about your brand and seeing on your page is like
Yeah.
how you could put, like, you'll put fits together. Like, like here's pants, a hat, and a shirt that can go with some shoes.
Yeah.
I love how you do that. Like, have you ever thought about becoming a stylist?
That's what I need to. Basically, I am a stylist,
Okay.
but I haven't just threw the flag in the ground and gave myself the title. And that's what I've been telling myself. That's what I need to do, because I do it with a lot of my customers. I have many customers who trust what I say, or they'll come to me like, hey, put me a fit together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them will pay ahead of time. They trust me. So a stylist is definitely what I need to add to my repertoire. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like the plug, and also a personal stylist. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a job, even though it comes to me kind of easy. So I don't really. I'm like, all I'm doing is making that match with that and putting them shoes with that. As easy as that is to me, it's hard for some people. and they get frustrated. They like, I don't know what to do. You know, they like, man, they might even ask me like, man, you think this look right? And sometime it look right, sometime it don't. I'll be like, nah. I'll be like, dang, well, how did you even think that look right?
Yeah.
But you know, everybody don't have that that part in them, you know, where they can just put an outfit together. Some people do, and the people who do, we really don't understand why some people like, why you put that on with that? Like, that don't even look right. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just that we've been blessed to have that eye for fashion, you know.
Yeah. And that's the
what
difference.
it is, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Nah, you go.
that's the difference, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's a blessing. You know, it's like kind of like people are like, Steph's like, what, you can't make this three? Steph's like,
Yeah.
you can't make this three? Like, it's easy for me. It's like,
yeah,
well, some things come with work and practice and naturally gifted at it.
yeah.
So I'm gonna stick on the stylist thing
Yeah,
right
go
here,
ahead.
Flex. So the same outfit wouldn't work for the same person, would you say? Do you think certain
Definitely not.
personalities,
Certain
okay,
personalities
body
is not for
types?
them. Sometimes, depending on where you're going, that's you know, if you tell me where you're going, then I'll be like, okay, you need some fly with, you need to have a button, you know, a few buttons unbuttoned with your chest out. You know, if
Okay,
you tell me you're going to a certain type of event,
got
then I'm
you.
gonna say, hey, nah, you need to get this. But if you're going, you know, to a kid's birthday party or something, I'm gonna say, well, you don't need to be that, you know, fly. Like, why you coming looking like you going on to Miami and you
That
just
part.
going to San Bernardino? You feel me?
San
And you
Bernardino
out
High
here,
School.
yeah, you out here looking like you in Hawaii or some shit. You feel me? But you know, you still could though. You know.
Gotcha. So would you, so like, let's say for example, you got two homies. I think
Yeah.
one of the cats I just met earlier, who was just right here earlier today,
Yeah.
would you give him, say me and him are going to the same spot.
Yeah.
Would you give both of us the same clothes?
I'm gonna say no because
Okay.
I know him.
Okay.
That's my boy Curtis. I went to school with Curtis, you know, way back. So I know his style. And then I
Okay.
kind of get an idea for your style. And I definitely wouldn't. Y'all both gonna be fly though. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna dress him. I'm gonna make him Curtis fly, and I'm gonna make you Antonio fly. You know what I mean? So you're not uncomfortable. Like, you feel me? It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be fly for you. Yeah, for real.
I love that.
Yep.
That's a good answer. Smart answer.
Yeah.
Smart answer. So, Flex, I wanted to get what you meant because not only do you do business, obviously you run a
Yeah.
business, but you're a family man,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
You got kids, you got a lady, right?
Yes.
So, how important is it for you to talk to your family, your kids about business, living the right life, moving forward properly? How important is
Man,
this,
it's
and what do you do?
very important. You know, it's very important. That is one of the, you know, just far as that, it's so important that I'm like kind of lost for words, but to me it's so important because it's part of the legacy, and legacy is everything. You know, so if something was to happen to me, I want to make sure that my kids understand the importance of business. This right here are just life lessons, you know. So I definitely talk to them a lot about business, and you know, and just, you know, the other, or just a little while ago, I talked to my daughter about people skills and how important they are in life, not just for this job, but just all across the board. You know, you have to be able to communicate, and you can't be, you gotta, if you're shy, sometimes you gotta break out of that. You know what I mean? You gotta, because you're gonna need people skills to just make it in life, and they'll help you get in the doors that you you know. That's how you're gonna get in there, because of your people skills. You're able to talk to people. So, you know, sometimes if you shut down, you'll shut yourself out of a lot of situations. You know, I understand that some people are not, you know, people person, you know, like people, like, you know, people friendly, but
Hmm.
it help you all across the board, all
Yeah.
across the board. You feel me?
So,
So yeah,
what's some of the things that I know you just mentioned about teaching your daughter about people skills, but what's another
yeah.
thing that you like to ingrain into your kids
Uh,
about life and this world?
just that you have no time to waste. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes when we're young, we feel like we got time to waste. We got all day, or I'm young. I just want to, you
Hmm.
know, the clock is ticking. and you will be older in a matter of no time. You know what I mean? So if you, it's better to work hard early and kick back later.
Tell them.
You know what I mean?
Tell
So
'em.
if you grind hard now, when you get to your 30s, you can be in cruise control. Not saying you ain't working, but you got your life kind of figured out. Your money's rolling in. You got a nice, stable business or career or whatever it is you doing, and you good. Because one thing I was able to see, you know, and I'm not perfect, at all. I always kept a job, but I'm not perfect. But I worked at the railroad like uh, when I was 19 up till I was about I worked there about 9 years.
The Santa
So
Fe?
yeah, I worked for Eagle Intermodal back when it was called Eagle. They got a new name now. But yeah, at the Santa Fe Railroad, right there on Mount Vernon. And one thing I saw, because I worked with all ages of people, but I was young. But it was another guy in there that worked there. He was older black dude. Shout out to, man, I want to say his name, but I don't know if that's appropriate. But
Come on, give him a shout out.
man, shout out to Blackwell. But his name was we call him Mr. Blackwell. That was his last name. But I'm not talking about him, but he was older. And one thing I noticed that Blackwell, when we would go to the locker room, and some days Blackwell would be in pain. He couldn't, his knees was hurting. He was, really in pain. Like, it was hard for him to get around, but he had to be out there keeping up with young guys like me. You know what I'm saying? And not to, he was getting it done. Don't get me wrong, but just, when you get older and and you still gotta, work hard, it's gonna be hard on you. Now here we are, Blackwell they was making us work like 12, 14 hours a day. And he had to work them too. You know what I mean? So here he is. I don't know his exact age, but I'll say Blackwell had to be at least, I want to say at least 60. I want to say maybe late 50s or something. But he was in pain, but he couldn't leave, or they was gonna fire him. You know what I mean? Like, or he gonna get written up, and he's really in pain. He's really in there rubbing himself down with the being gay, all kind of. He even had other methods that it was kind of funny, but he believed it worked. I might have smirked a little bit, but then I thought about it and I was like, dang, he used to be in there spraying the WD-40 on his knees. I don't know, sometimes older South people they got things that they believed it worked, and he said it get in the joints, just like nuts and bolts. I remember he said that. He's like getting it, and he hit it with that WD-40, but I'm not really saying that to be funny, because that it is funny, but it's just the way that made me think, though. It's like, dang, I don't want to, I don't want to have to, I don't want to be in that situation and have to work this hard. You know what I'm saying? Or you got people, a lot of us, some people, I don't work there, but, some of us work at these warehouses, and you'll see somebody's grandmothers working there, and you be like, dang. And it's no offense on them, no shame on them. I'm not trying to, but I'm just saying, as you get older, you don't want to have to be in that position, to have to, work in the warehouse throwing boxes and and really sweating and just So what I'm saying by that is, grind hard while you're young. You know what I mean? Go to school. If you're gonna be a nurse, start out the gate. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be an LVN, start early. Don't waste no time. It ain't no time to kick it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, because what happens is that kick it, you thinking, oh, I'm just going to kick it for 1 year. 1 year turn into 2 years.
Yep.
2 years turn into 5 years. 5
Yep.
years turn into 10 years.
Yep.
You look down the line, and then now you got a group of friends that's kicking it. So everybody's kicking it. So now everybody turning into full-blown kicketers. You know what I mean? They just want to kick it.
At 40.
They won't kick it all the way up. Every day is they have no real goal. Every day they like, man, we gonna get some drink, we gonna chill, and then we gonna see what's happening tonight, and we gonna pull up over here, and we gonna link with them, and it's just they kicking it every night. Before they know it, life be done passed them by, and now they 40 something, and they still trying to kick it, or they late 30s or whatever, and they don't have anything to show for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than pictures at the club, pictures, hanging out, which is cool. I like hanging out too, but you got to take care of business first. You take care of business first, then you get to kick it all you want to. You know what I'm saying? I can kick it. You know what I mean? I didn't put my hours in. I go home and I want to, call up everybody, call a few friends to come over, barbecue and chill and drink. Then I can do that. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. Come that next morning, I'm gonna get my butt up and I'm going to work too.
Yeah.
So if you a full-time kicketer and then you kick it all night and then you sleep in till like 1, 2 o'clock, you fucking up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you was the wrong kicketer. Cause I know there's many of us who got jobs and, work and all that, and we hang out, but we still go to work in the morning. And people think it's crazy. I know, man, I'll be up sometime 3 o'clock, but if I sleep past 10 and that's late, that's my max. I got to get up and make something happen. It's impossible for me to sleep till 1, 2 o'clock. I ain't never did it unless I was sick. You feel me?
Yeah, period.
Yeah.
I like that. I think
But,
that's a great
yeah.
message that you pass to kids.
Yeah,
Which is
man,
like,
definitely,
don't
man.
waste your time. You
Don't
gotta
waste your time.
keep putting in. I love it because you work hard when you're young and you got the energy, so that way when you're older you can kind
can
of
relax,
appreciate that, have
Yeah.
investments.
Yeah,
right?
I even
Things
wish
like
I
that.
would have started earlier.
We all do,
I
man.
did.
We all do.
I did good, but just thinking in hindsight, I could have did some things better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody can do that probably.
That part.
But
You
I've
know,
been good though.
I heard
Yeah.
something which is like,
Yeah.
there's everyone's always had a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
But you can't change the past. All you can do
Nah.
is work on the future.
That's it. Yeah.
So I think it's always good never
Yeah.
to dwell on your past, because it's in
Nah.
the past. You can't change it.
You can reflect on it,
Yeah.
but you can't change it.
You can't change it. You can only
and
change what's
sometimes
your
you got to
future.
work with the cards you got
That's
and
it.
push forward.
It's
I know
dumb.
many people who have came home from long prison terms and whatnot, and they hit the ground running as soon as they came home.
And they passed up those same people that were
Passed
just
up the people who've been here,
yeah.
because the people who've been here have been kicking it. You
There
know
it
what
is.
I mean?
There
Chilling.
it is.
They full-time kickers. But these people who understand what, and they went to jail and they understand it, like, damn, I missed out. They hit the ground running as soon as they came home. You know what I mean? And, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them for real. Because I know that's got to be hard as well, to get
Harder.
home. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So Flex, want to continue with family, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
We mentioned your brother Jammal. Let's get
brother
back to him. Let's
Jamal,
talk
yeah.
to him. Let's talk about him.
Man, he is one. My brother is a genius, man.
Ooh, shout out to
He's
Jammal.
a genius. You know what I'm saying?
Why is he a genius? Talk to us, man.
Man, the guy, he has a lot of great ideals. He's smart. He knows how to do a lot of things. He's very like bro can tattoo, can draw, print shirts, graphic design, cut hair. He can do all kind of. He's just one of them people. But like I said earlier, when I brought up people who had to sit down for a while, he's one of them people who took his time and taught himself some things. You know what I mean? While he was there, he didn't just do time and get into the jail politics. He actually came home. Like, he didn't go to jail and know how to draw. He learned how to draw. He didn't know how to tattoo. He learned how to tattoo. A lot of different things. Took a graphic designing class in there as well, and and brought those things home and put them to work. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Little bro is nice though.
Shout out to Jammal.
Yep.
I was talking to Hassan, your neighbor right
Yeah,
here, right?
yeah.
And he was saying that you got a family member running in politics. Is this true?
Running in politics, a family member. Let me
Running
see.
for Rialto mayor
Oh,
or
okay.
something like
A friend
that?
of mine. Yeah, a friend of mine. Yeah, she's running for Rialto mayor. Shout out to Che. You know what I mean? She doing her thing. She's definitely running for mayor. Man, proud of her as well. Yeah.
Man, shout out to her.
Yeah.
I saw that, I think there's a dip bar right here, right?
Yeah.
So talk to us about the Waterman Fitness. What's that about? How'd that
Man,
come
the
about,
Waterman
man?
Fitness, man. Well, right here, man, it's we got my folks Jammal, Jay's Hobbies, who also runs Waterman Print Co. right here next to me as well. And then we got my other boy, Dr. O Scrubs over there. Then you got Brother Rashad, who's right next to me. And I like to say that we like a community. You know what I mean? It's in the Waterman, like especially us right here. We very tight. We've been around each other for years. You know what I mean? So we very tight. So we might have talked about it, me and Jammal, and we talked about, getting a pull-up bar because we be here so long, we like, man, we got to work out. Like, man, we just sitting around, might as well, what they say,
Put the work in.
kill a bird with two stones.
Oh yeah, kill
No,
two
I'm just
birds with one.
playing.
Yeah,
I said it the wrong way on
yeah, kill
purpose.
two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
two
yeah.
birds with one stone.
I like to change it around and make it positive and say,
yeah.
save two kids with one hand.
Yeah, definitely. But it's I agree with you, but yeah, definitely. Like we here so long, right? Why not be able to get in a little fitness, So we talked about it maybe like a while ago. And then one day Jammal just come in. Jammal the type, shout out to him too in his business too, man. Waterman Print Co. and Jay's Hobby. He's also working on a restaurant in the back, man. So I just want to give a big shout out to him. But he's the type of guy that he don't talk about stuff too long. You know what I mean? Like if he say something, he gonna make it happen. And pretty much one day he came in with a box like, oh yeah, this the pull-up bar right here. You know what I mean? So next thing you know, we took it out and put it up. And since my shop had a little more of an open space, we decided to put it right here. And so we just get it in right here, bust a little fitness out. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Y'all have competitions like who could do the most dips and stuff like that?
Right now, man, Dr. O Scrubs got us, man.
Damn.
He's another. Now
he's a doctor.
I'm gonna go back to this. That's my boy Orlando. Love him dearly. That's one of my high school partners. But he's another guy who came home from doing time and hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? When he came home, he hit the ground running, truck driving. He did that. Now he's running his own business. He has the scrubs, and he also sells the Brazilian hair and stuff. So big shout out to him. But we can't see him on the pull-up bar, and y'all know why. Because I just said he just came home. He get up there like it's easy. You know what I mean? He been doing it for a while.
He's like drinking water while he doing it.
Man, he's good. I ain't gonna even lie. He's the pull-up master when it comes to us in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you seen the videos of like people like dancing like while they do pull-ups? They're like holding it and then like moving their feet like slowly as they do it.
Yeah. Nah, that pull-up workout is something else, man. It's definitely a good workout. Bar workout, dips, push-ups, all of that. So that's what we got it here, and hopefully I'll get my pull-ups up. Right now I probably can push out a good 10 one time.
That part.
And then after that I'm gonna go down to about 5 or 6.
Got you. And then you're gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a nap.
But you got to start somewhere. That's the main thing. So
big facts.
All of them started somewhere. So they'll tell you, like when they did do their time, they had to work their way up. They might have started off doing 1. Then the next day, a couple of weeks, you're doing 2 or 3. And then after that, you just keep going up. Yeah. Main thing is stay with it. Yeah.
You got to crawl before you walk.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I think calisthenics is underrated. People don't realize, how much power you can get from just calisthenics, bar dips, push-ups, all that good stuff. But I want to go back to the brand, right? What I love and respect, and it's so interesting, is that after talking to you, and shout out to Robert Porter, I never paid attention to the arrowhead in the mountain.
Oh yeah.
I always thought it was something. I always thought it was just something that was just in the mountain. I thought it was just part of the mountain.
Yeah, nah,
but, now I'm looking at it every day and like, man, that's the arrowhead.
Yeah. So like.
So why'd you decide to put the arrowhead in the brand?
Man, the arrowhead. If I go back to my childhood, my childhood house, when I come out to that street, and or driving around the city or anywhere, my great aunt used to always, tell me like, they go to Arrowhead on the mountain, and so when I'm riding in the back seat, I just be looking out the window looking for it, and that would be like something to do riding in the back seat. Like even if I'm with my cousins or whoever in the car, like I bet I can find the Arrowhead on the mountain, So the Arrowhead has always been a part of my coming up, So, the arrowhead being on the clothes was like a Mando, you know what I mean? as I got older, I also got the Arrowhead on my chest. You know, it was like I got the SB, the Arrowhead, the Santa Fe whistle, you know, the Inland Empire Sixers, you know, anything that represented the town, you know, me being from here and proud that I'm from here, I was like, I gotta get that, you know, and putting it on the clothes was like, it was natural, kind of like, man,
Yeah.
that's this the town, and that represents the town. You feel me? Yeah,
Yeah. It couldn't be the Dino official without the official symbol.
yeah. It's gotta be. It ain't official without the Arrowhead on there.
Yeah.
You know, with the three. You know, but yeah, definitely, man.
I love that, man.
Love
That's
it. You know, and love the city, and love. You know, like I said, I like to be a part of the positive light on the city and pushing forward for
I love
positivity.
that. Even got
Yeah.
the right. If you look at the Dino official hat, you guys can see it. If you tilt down a little bit, you can
Oh
see
yeah.
the arrowhead right there on the
Yeah.
official part of the
Over
logo.
here on the
Right
side
there on
as
the
well.
side. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the brand, man. Like I don't mean to skip forward, but like when I came with this, I didn't realize that people were gonna gravitate to it. You know, or you hope that people do, but you never know. You know what I mean? So just the community love and the response, and you know, it's people who got the tattoos and everything. You know, it's a great feeling. You know, and I'm very proud to put on for my community. You feel
I
me?
love that. And
Yeah.
Flex, speaking about community, man, I want to know how important is it for you to stay in the Dino, represent the Dino, and what would you say your relationship is like with the community?
I think it's pretty dope, man. I get love from all across the board. You know what I mean? Like all across the board, different races, different, you know, if you want to say different hoods, just all different walks of life of people. Definitely give me support. They come shop with me. You know, they give me feedback. It's been it's been great. You know what I mean? And any bit of the little negative stuff, it ain't even enough to talk about. You know what I mean? It's like minute. It's like, why even bring that up? The
Yeah.
love has been great. It's been wonderful. You know, so the community definitely messed with the plug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real.
And how important is it for you to stay in the Dino and to represent the Dino? How important is those two things for you?
It is very important to me because I feel like a lot of people that came from here didn't. You know what I mean? And they seemed ashamed to represent the Dino, you know, or you know, they were just like, or once they made it, they just never looked back. You know what I mean? And so it's very important to me. And another thing is, some people that when they're not from here, they look down on the Dino. You
Big
know, and
facts.
that was something that happened almost like ever since elementary. I can remember people coming and just, you know, like just, you know, down talking, like, and you know, after a while, you know, us Dino kids, you know, even in elementary, we was repping the Dino hard. At my elementary, you know, I guess my elementary might have been different, but at Real Vista Elementary, we was from the Dino and we was proud. So if you came to our school from out of town and we didn't care, we was like, well, nigga, we from right here, you know, I'm from San Bernardino. You know, I'm from around the corner, nigga. The other homie, he from across the street. The other homie staying there, jump the backyard right here. That's his house. You feel me? You can see his house from the playground. You know what I mean? But we was always proud, you know. So it is big for me to always come back to my community. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm gonna always be around, even if I do move, because I don't. It's certain, like, you know, I don't stay dead smacking the Dino right now. I'm off to the cut. You know what I mean? But I can be anywhere in the town in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I ain't that far.
Yep.
But yeah, I ain't never gonna turn my back. You know what I mean? I'm always push for better. You know what I mean? I'm always have that faith and be a part of the progress, or just be a part of the positivity, and you know, not pushing the negative. You know, I don't like to brag about the crime rate. You know, some people do. Some people be like, the crime rate is high. You know, we the Dino, niggas get killed out here. That's not something that I like I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
People say it
'Cause,
enough already.
yeah, it ain't good, especially when your folks the one dying. You know what I mean? Let it be your folks, and you ain't too proud to represent that.
Yeah.
But that's just the negativity that a lot of our whole culture likes to push
Yeah.
to a certain extent. Death, murder, this, that. So that whole narrative needs to be changed.
Yeah, they're
because
calling it death culture now.
yeah, it's bullshit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, who want their kids? When you have kids, you want your kids going through shit like that?
Nope.
Nah. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, my age and, and probably some older and younger, our kids don't know nothing about that street culture like that. They not growing up like that. And I'm happy, I'm very happy that, I'm not worried about certain things, with my children, but definitely,
That's a blessing.
yeah, it is. It's a blessing
Yeah,
because
it's a blessing.
sometimes you can do all you can. So I'm not knocking the people who sometimes your kids make up their own mind.
Yeah.
So it's for you parents who did everything. It's sometimes you can't control it. They're gonna make their own choices. They might get influenced by TV or something. It
Yeah.
could be anything, and you be like, man, I tried to do this, and I believe you. You know what I mean? It's not your fault. You know what I mean? But for the ones who push the culture on them, man, that's not cool. You know what I mean? If you push the culture on your kids, it's not cool. And now some of them didn't know because you got to remember, some people were young too when they was doing what they was doing, so they didn't know no better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's like
they
a
pushed.
cycle.
Yeah, they pushed the culture because that's all they knew.
Yeah,
You have a young. You got young parents. So I'll throw a number out there. Say they're 16 and
Yep.
17, and he's gang banging, his girl gang banging, and as soon as the baby born, they like throw the hood up. They don't, because they hadn't yet seen the outcome of what they pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm not blaming them neither, man. But for this day and age, for us to know the outcome, to be able to reflect on what happens, like we can say, like, if you do this and you do this, then this is gonna happen. It's a guarantee it's gonna happen. We not guessing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you pushing your kids to be in a gang and bang and banged out and be in the hood and do all this stuff, it's a guarantee
Yeah.
he gonna go to jail.
Yep.
He might get killed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like these are guarantees.
Yeah.
He gonna be shooting at people. People gonna be shooting at him. Your house might get shot up because of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a guarantee. And I'm not, like I say, I'm not knocking nobody, but we could do better because we know better. You know
Simple
what I'm
as
saying?
that. Say it again.
And
Say it again.
We could do better because we know better. We're able to reflect on, the past and even other situations that we know of. Might not have been you directly, but you have a family member that went through this and you saw what happened. You know what I mean? So you're able to say, you know what? My kid, I don't even want you to even know what a gang is, damn near. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes, though, it happens regardless. So I'm not knocking them. Sometimes your kid will do what the hell you think you can tell them what to do, and you can't. They got their own little mind, and they not trying to hear nothing you saying. So I understand that part too. You know what I'm saying?
You can't control everything
You
that they say.
cannot. You think you can. There is no parent handbook to raising kids.
Period.
You can think you can do all you think you want to do, and then you be like, dang, why did my son choose to, do drugs? We never did drugs. Shit, beats me. I don't know. Sometimes they just gonna want to experiment.
Yeah. Hearing you talk about the community and showing positivity, I don't know, the thing that just keeps popping in my head is Nipsey.
Yeah.
What's your
Nip, for me, I can admit that I wasn't a huge Nip fan when he was when he was living. I knew of Nip, I knew of some things he did, but I wasn't really like all the way tapped in. I got more tapped in after he passed away, I admit. And I loved it from once I paid attention, and I was like, oh man, it's like he was really, he was really on to something, you know what I mean? So I loved it. And I did have some people who would tell me, like, they would personally tell me, like, you like the Dino Nip. And I'd be like, at first I didn't really know, but then as I paid attention, I was like, oh, I see why they saying that. You know what I mean? But you know, so big shout out to Nip, man. He definitely was taken too soon, you know, and had a lot of greatness to give and pour into the community. He had a lot of knowledge, and he had the good thing, the cold thing about Nip is he had that to where people gravitated to him. You know what I mean? They gravitated to him. They listened. You know, he was a real leader. So it's always when you got people like that, it really sucks to lose them because everybody don't have that leadership qualities.
Period.
Some people can know a lot, but people just don't gravitate to you. Like you could talk to you blue in the face. And nobody want to hear what you're saying. But even though you're saying some real shit, you just don't have that to where people gravitate to you. And sometimes that's a natural thing. People don't even know it. Some, like, you know, not to get off Nip, but even some gang leaders, they have it. They just directing the energy in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You know, you might be or your homies look up to you. You can use that many different ways. You know what I mean? You can choose to use that to send them on a crash out mission, or you can be like, look, homies, this is what we doing. We finna get into this business. We finna, you know, we on some positive, you know. And the main thing is realizing when you have it. You know, some people don't realize they have it, or they just use it for the wrong reasons. But if you can realize you got it and use it in the right way, man, you be a very powerful person and definitely a needed person. Like you are needed in the community.
Yeah, an influential person, man.
And it's crazy, you know. Brother Hassan next door to me, he tells me I have it, you know, and I realize it too, you know.
You feel like
not
you
bragging.
feel like a leader?
I know I am, you know what I mean? He tells me all the time to, you know, you got it, you know, you have to, you know, like, you know, use it. And I use it, don't get me wrong, I use it, but I could do more. And I admit that I could take more of a, like, let's go, baby.
Yeah, the
you know
bulls by
I mean?
the horn, as they say.
But I definitely, you know, I do push and I do talk and I do spread the, you know, what I do know. You know, I don't know everything, but I do kick the knowledge that I do know. You feel me?
You know, it reminds me of what you said about people could be talking till they're blue in the face.
Yeah.
I think Charleston White, he was saying he used to be on like a lot of like political rightness, and no one would listen to him until he started talking about ratchet stuff, and then everyone started listening to him to get their attention, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, he cool. I don't fully. I understand what he's saying, but I think he's getting lost in that character too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he's becoming like, okay, you got it now. You can kill that fucking character now. We listening, nigga.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta push that character no more. You feel me? You can kill that off, and now let's get down to business. You know what I mean? So I get what he was saying, but some shit is just a little too. It's just a little too. You know, it's too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what you're making me think right now.
Yeah.
I gotta ask your opinion, especially as a leader, right?
Yeah.
For the Black community.
Yeah.
What do you think we're lacking, and why do you think we're not as far as we should be? What do you think the problem is?
The problem, well, I'm just gonna go. You know what I mean?
Let's
and
go.
Like I say, this is just
Let's
from.
go.
I might not hit it on point, but I feel that we got lost. You know, we got the effects that they, you know, the stuff that was did to us was more long term and lasting than we realized. You know, and it wasn't easily shook off. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I seen a situation that was just on, what was it? Oh, it was a dude, it was Adam 22.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring up this situation. He said that the people in Northern California don't really matter. They're not as popping as the Southern California people.
Okay.
So that's the statement he made. With him making that statement, he automatically, this is a white dude, automatically turned Northern against Southern by just making that statement. And we don't even feel that way.
Gotcha.
He said that shit.
He just have a platform. That's it.
He said that shit. Now he got people on Northern like, oh man, we go way harder than them. They got all our stuff from them. You know, this, that. The West Coast like, nah, you know, now we at each other. You know what I mean? And that's what they been did to us a long time ago. They turned us against each other, you know, to where we look at each other like we're in competition with each other. You know, we lost once we started looking at each other like that, it jacked us up. You feel me? Even with our women, like the independent woman is dope. Don't get me wrong. If you gotta be, that's dope. But that ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
You
you
feel
don't
me?
have to be.
Yeah, you don't have to be. That shouldn't be that shouldn't be the strive. So you got little girls who already been programmed by their mom or whoever that they're gonna be independent women and they ain't gonna need a nigga for shit. You feel me? They learn this as a baby.
Yeah.
They ain't even never give it the try to see if, like man and wife and, let my husband lead and, we a family. I'm not gonna have to be that independent woman like that. I got it though. Don't get me wrong. If something happened, yeah, our women definitely gonna show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was raised by my great aunt. And so she was very strong. She raised me. She she's superwoman. You know what I mean? My mom is even dope. I know, shout out to my mom too. Even though I was raised by my great aunt, my mom was always there. You know what I mean? Always came by, she went through what she went through, but she was always there. But yeah, so a lot of us are raised by strong black women. You know what I mean? But they, of course, and that's what we want. We want our women to be strong, though. We don't want them to be weak. We don't. Yeah, if something happened to us, then yeah, y'all gonna kick in, automatic. Y'all gonna get with it. You know what I mean? And that's solid. You know what I mean? But ain't nothing wrong with the right way neither. Ain't nothing wrong with our men are looking forward to our men. As a family, man, wife, children. And a man leading. Ain't nothing wrong with that neither. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So
You consider that the right way, right?
yeah, just doing it the right way. Ain't nothing wrong with that neither. Now, if need be, yes, baby, I need you to, carry the load right now, or kick in and y'all gonna do what y'all do. But, I think that's what, kind of got us lost and confused and, and messed up our homes, you know what I mean? Because, they was pushing that. They told you didn't need a man. We got government assistance. You got Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam gone. You don't need no nigga. Shit, he can't stay there neither. We give you this little check, little breadcrumbs. We'll give you this breadcrumbs as long as you don't let that man come back to your house. You know what I mean? If we see him in your house, we're gonna take that away from you. Or you're gonna have to move. You can't have no section. If he ain't on the Section 8, he can't be there.
Period.
You feel me? And I saw this shit coming up. If a man was there, nigga had to pack his shit and hide it. You know what I mean? Better hide it. Nigga better not have his clothes hanging in that closet. They come through, do that inspection. You feel me? But a lot of those things, it kind of really jacked us up. It's just, and it go back even further than like the 70s. It go back 1900, 1800, 1700. Like a lot of this shit was dead, and they know that. Like, I read a little bit of the Willie Lynch letter, and in there it said, and that, and
Tell
they,
people who what the Willie Lynch letter is.
man, it was to my memory, it was something that I believe they wrote to each other, like a letter or something. If you want to keep the black man in check or the black, to some effect. Tell me if I'm wrong though. You know what I mean? But it was something to like, this is how you keep them in order. If you want to keep them in order, you do this, you do that, and you do this, and it'll last for 100, 300 years if you do this, And I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I definitely read it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know the base, the foundation of
Yeah.
it. And I know that, they did it on purpose. They studied us to the point where they knew the effects it would have on us. You know what I mean? I seen the little rat thing. I think it was a rat thing that they did with the mice and the rats. And they put the rats they pouched them all on top of each other and shit went crazy. You feel me? Like, it was all kind of stuff going on. They fighting each other. They doing it, Then they put the other ones, the mice or the rats, in another location where they had, the little gym work. They had a little space, and everybody was peaceful. Everybody ate they got their little portion of food. They went and did their little exercise, and they wasn't tripping. And that's basically what they did with us. They studied us, and they figured, to put us in certain situations.
That's what the
And
projects basically.
they knew what the outcome was going to be. They studied us. You know what I mean? And so a lot of it, we are behind for those reasons. Now, that is no excuse for us to stay there, because we know now. You know what I mean? Like, with us knowing, we should make better decisions. We should be able to. We should be able to use our minds. That's what we got them for. You know what I mean? Like, man, like, we know what's bullshit. Let's call bullshit bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, if it's bullshit, it's bullshit. Change. Like I say, I come from the streets. I grew up in the ghetto. I done not had no lights, no water, no gas. I done did all of that. But that ain't gonna become my normal. That ain't normal with me. You know what I mean? I'm not finna, certain stuff. Nah, that's out. You know what I mean? So we can do better. We don't have to get used to government assistance, used to, Section 8, to where we are solely dependent on it. We have to do, that is nothing but, it's going to handicap you, really. You know what I mean? Everybody, like a lot of people, some few people use those assistance and really, made it work. But a lot of people got comfortable and complacent, and they just stuck at a level that they should be doing better. If they really just got up and got cracking, that little bit of money ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
Big facts. And one of the things
Yeah.
that you mentioned that I really love a lot is when you know better, do better.
Nah, for real.
I love
and
that.
sometimes it's crazy, man. I come up with where people was playing crazy. I remember I remember when in elementary, hearing people or hearing older, they might have been a little older, or they want to have a baby just to get a check. That was the whole point. I'm going to have a baby so I can get a check. And then you had the other people, I'm going to play crazy to get a check. They going down there playing crazy just so they can get $700 a month. I was even told to do that shit one time. Like, my aunt, fast forward, my aunt passed away when I was 12. I moved with my mom. My mom was doing good. She fell on hard times. I can go deeper into that, but I'm going to just say she fell on hard times. I had to move with my auntie, my great auntie. Man, one day, it was like a family meeting to go down to the place and play crazy. They was like, "Come on, JJ, you want some money, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm broke too." So I'm like, "Yeah, I want some money." They like, "Well, you got to go down here and play crazy." I say, "I can't do that. I ain't crazy." Like, they like, "You don't want no money?" I'm like, I'm a kid still. I'm still like no older than 13 maybe, or 14 or something like that. And I'm like, like I say, that's something I know my aunt instilled in me. I ain't with no follower stuff. You know what I'm saying? I have a mind of my own. I know I was calling that bullshit back then. I don't give it, even though $700 would have been a nice amount of money for a young man,
Yep.
to have, but I ain't finna go down there and play crazy. And now they got me, I'm listed as crazy, and they giving me medication. Now they put me in I got
special
to be,
class?
yeah, I'm in the special ed class. I got one class a day. Now I always knew that wasn't cool for me, and I'm not knocking the people who did it, but then again, that hurt the hell out of us as a culture, as a race. This wasn't just my family. This was all across the board.
Facts.
This was all, like, a lot of the black families was doing this.
Yep.
Everybody was going to play crazy and trying to get on Section 8.
To get that check.
And now you satisfied now you get $1,000 a month and you satisfied. You like, I get $1,000 a month. My rent ain't but $58 a month. And then I pay my bills and I got $700 to spend how I want to now. So now you got $700 that you proud of, that you going to the swap meet on the 1st and the 15th. It was the 1st and the 15th back then.
Yep.
And you balling out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You balling out.
Yeah, I like the mindset. I like the mindset of you say, I'm not gonna mess with that.
Man, as a kid,
I love that.
I can only thank God for having that wisdom, because I should have probably did what everybody else was doing.
Yeah.
This is what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, but you weren't on that tip.
I wasn't on that tip. I still was wise enough, had the wisdom to to be like, nah, that shit
I
ain't
ain't messing
cool,
with that.
you
I ain't
know?
messing with that.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about why the Section 8 thing and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool, as far as not us doing it, but you having the sense to be like, I ain't gonna mess with that.
No
Sometimes
good.
discernment.
What we all know. Let me say
Go.
something.
Okay, let's go.
Knowing what I know, give me some Section 8 right now. I'm a bubble.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
Okay.
if your mind ain't ready for it, then you know, like if you don't have the mentality to capitalize off of it and you just thinking, but if they gave me Section 8 right now, I'm going to the moon.
Okay. Hey, for people who may not know what okay, you say I'm a bubble. People are like, what does he mean, bubble gum?
I'm just saying,
Explain to people what you
if
mean.
if you could give me like $100-$200 rent, you know what I mean? Take this $3,000 rent
Woo.
away, you know.
Woo.
I'm going to the moon, you know what I mean?
Hello.
Because I know what to do with it, though.
There you
You know
go.
what I mean? I'm not gonna look at it like, like it's gonna be there forever. I understand that I need to make money, but just saying, I just want to say that because
Gotcha.
I take $200 rent right now.
Real quick, you
If
know
you
what it
want to
made me
sign
think
me
of
up,
again?
somebody.
It made me think, how we going back to like unfortunate for the Black American community.
Yeah.
It's called like death culture.
Yeah.
Why do you think, in your opinion, death culture is promoted so much, and like all the positive stuff that people are doing out here is not getting the promotion? Why do you think it's like that? Why do you think it's up with that?
I don't know what it is about people, but people like negativity. Like people like the news, everything, the news, what they put a little something good on there, but they got to show you something bad. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why, but we who are pushing the positive, we just got to continue to push it. We have to continue to come together. You know what I mean? Because the negative, it does. People just nosy. You know what I mean? If you driving down the street on the freeway, if somebody if the police lights is on or a little small, it ain't even got to be a big crash. It can be a small crash. The whole freeway gonna slow down.
Facts.
The whole freeway gonna be like, you gonna be like, dang, why the hell is going slow? Ain't even nothing happened. They just nosy. They like, they just want to see something. You know what I mean? But for us pushing the positive, man, we definitely got to keep doing it.
Yep.
And it shines too. You know what I mean? The positive shines too.
True.
I want to speak on, if you don't mind.
Let's speak on it. We here.
We got the Unity games. The Unity softball game we've been doing here in San Bernardino. Shout out to B. Russ. Shout out to Omar Perkins. Shout out to George Hemingway. Shout out to Mello. Shout out to his bro. Shout out to everybody that come out. You know what I mean? Everybody, because we all doing it as a community. You might have some people who actually came and put it together, but it take the community to do it and really put on. You know what I mean?
So what is the Unity? What the Unity
it's
baseball?
the Unity softball games,
talk
right?
to us about
so
it.
They came up with this. We should be on about week 9 if I'm correct. You know what I mean? And we've been doing this every Sunday since the summer started, just about. And we come together. We chip in on food. We bought baseball gloves. We got bats, all that different stuff. It's a family friendly environment. Everybody comes out. You got people from different neighborhoods here in San Bernardino. It's open to everybody, though. Don't get us wrong, but we starting right here at home because this is what we know. And you know what I mean? So you got people from different neighborhoods, different gangs, gangs that that don't get along have been, coming together and in the community and having softball and unity and laughing and eating together and kids running around playing together. And, it's been a real dope experience, and for us here in the Dino, we haven't seen nothing like this for a long time. You know what I mean? It's been a long time. You got some of the older dudes, they bringing up stuff I don't know about. They like, man, we ain't seen this since Muscat Park. You know what I mean? We used to do this at Muscat Park, and I'm familiar with Muscat, but I don't remember the park. You know what I mean? But, I'm learning, I'm proud I'm happy to be around them to be able to learn that history. You know what I mean? But definitely, man, we've been out there. week after week, man. Good turnouts, good energy, good people, really enjoying ourselves. You get to see the bloopers. The bloopers is crazy, You get to see, people you probably wouldn't even see in that, you ain't never even seen them play softball. They out there running and diving and missing the ball and sliding and all kind of stuff. So it's been real dope, man, real dope. So I definitely want to give a shout out to the whole community, everybody that has came out. Shout out to the women. Like I say, we need each other. The women, I can name a few. Big Tia, LaRonda, all of y'all. Um, I think Cherie, Omar's, all of them. They have came out. They have prepared the sides. They have helped us serve. They have, helped with cooking, just everything, man. Just shout out to the whole community is what I want to say, man.
Is it for all ages?
It's all ages.
Got
all
you.
ages, man.
So how can people get in contact and connect with the Unity
well,
Softball?
a lot of us are on Facebook, we need to probably start a page for it to be real, but a lot of us, like I say, we all grew up with each other or know each other. And if you don't know me, you know my uncle. If you don't know my uncle, you know my dad, my grandfather. It's really a lot of history out there just coming to this, the Unity softball games, you know what I mean?
Can you just come to the park and show up?
Yeah, you can come to the park,
Got
pull
you.
up.
So,
Yeah,
so
pull
where's
up.
it located? Where's it located?
Man, right off of Mount Vernon and 10th Street, behind the Boys and Girls Club, behind Mount Vernon Elementary. Right there, right there. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing it. We meet up about 6 o'clock. A couple months or a month ago, it was getting dark later, so we was able to play softball until about 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
But we still meeting up 6 o'clock. We still out there enjoying ourselves. We got good music, good vibe, and good food and good people, man. Like, you'll really love it,
And this is on Sundays?
on Sundays.
Okay.
Sundays, yeah. Like I
Super
say,
dope.
man, like all of our sentiments have been the same. If you come out there and you walk past a group, you'll hear them say, man, this is dope, man. I love this. They really enjoying themselves. This is what we needed. So everybody has been feeling the same way. You know what I mean? And so everybody realized that this is needed, And let me say this too. It is not everybody. So I'm not saying that every single person has came, but one thing we like to say is we lead by example. You know what I mean? We lead by example in order to inspire others, as my boy Case say. You know what I'm saying? Lead by example in order to inspire others. So everybody hasn't came. You might have some of the younger youth gang members or whatnot who haven't came, but all we can do is lead by example. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they see us out there enjoying ourselves and having a good time. And another
That's it.
thing is realizing that we really all damn near family anyway.
Period.
We all got family members, or cousin got a baby by my cousin and something. You know what I mean? We
Connected somehow.
We've been around each other from day one, since the sandbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Everybody's connected somehow, right?
nah, for real, for real.
And I want to get back to the brand.
Let's
right?
go. Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
Number one, super cool. Unity thing is super cool.
Yeah.
So I want to get into how you come up with these names for the brand. I guess I'll call it the sub brand, like Stay Ready,
Oh, Stay Ready.
Trust in the Grind,
Okay.
Dino City.
So Stay Ready.
How
man.
you come up with these names, man?
I'll start with Stay Ready. Stay Ready. I got my cousin. City Keep. I'm gonna baby down. You know what I mean? Is what he go by. He's doing time. He's got a lot of time right now. But my cousin will be coming home, man. Cuzzo coming home, baby. You know what I'm saying? But me and him, he had a drawing that he drew, and it was San Bernardino in the form of a AK, a chopper. You know what I mean? And it was nice though. It was nice. I wish I could grab something real quick to show you guys, but it was
man, go
nice.
ahead.
And so it was just that though.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking when he came with that, I'm like, well, how can we make it to where, because the gun for some reason always represents, to some people it represents like negativity. So for me, I was like, well, what can I put? What can I add to it to you know, make it make sense and kind of smooth it out? So I kind of came with Stay Ready, and in that sense, we came back to the table after I came with that, and then it just took off. Like, you got to stay ready in many different ways. You have to stay ready spiritually. You know what I mean? You have to stay ready mentally. You have to stay ready
Financially.
politically.
Shit.
You got to stay ready financially. So you really have to stay ready in many different parts of life. So that's where it came from. And, we got bigger plans for Stay Ready. You know what I mean? So it ain't just about, I know the gun is what got your attention. Since you like we said a while ago, people like, the gun is what's going to get their attention. But when we break it down to them, like I said, it's spiritually, mentally, politically, all kind of ways. You got to stay ready. And like, Sugar Free say, you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
You look like Sugar Free.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
man.
Shout out to Sugar Free. You know what I mean?
Shit.
But yeah, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And it's probably a saying that's been around. You know what I mean? But it is a very true statement. And that's even with working out. Like, if you don't work out, but if you working out, and I'm preaching to myself right now.
Yeah.
Don't be mad when you get out there and you run out of breath or
you get out the car and you out of breath.
Granted, you might have to have a little scuffle and you out of breath and your arms is tired and your legs gone. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know what I mean? So
you walking up the stairs and you can't even make it.
But yeah, definitely Stay Ready is like it has a wide meaning, and you can make it makes sense in so many different ways. Now
Trust the grind.
Trust your grind. That's one that you have to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? And believe in yourself. And I say that to say, if you don't believe in yourself, then nobody else is gonna believe in you. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to make somebody believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. You know what I mean? So if you come off like you not sure about what you're doing, then the next person is going to automatically be like, oh, he don't believe in himself. So why should I even look at what he's talking about? You know what I mean?
Facts.
So you have to trust your grind, believe in yourself, and push forward. And sometimes you have to do it even when other people, you don't even worry about whether people believe in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Just trust your grind and push. And they'll come along after. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people like to see and then they believe.
Yep.
So as you doing it, they'll start to believe, and then they'll see, and then they'll believe in your grind as you trust your grind. You feel me? That's what's gonna make them believe in you. You feel me? By you leading, just get off and do it. You know what I mean?
Big facts. And it reminds me of I have a book called 10 Things Your Parents Should Have Taught You But Didn't. And I have a chapter called Root for Yourself. Yeah. And it's basically like, everybody could believe in you and what you want to do, but if you don't believe in yourself and root for yourself, then nothing matters.
Man, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because if you don't sound sure, if I tell you, hey, how y'all doing? If you got time, I got a little shop. You're going to be like, shit, I don't want to see your little shop.
Yeah.
But if I tell you, hey, how you doing, folks? Check me out. I got my shop right here. I got some nice stuff. It sounds more convincing that you believe in yourself, so I'm believing you too. So let me go see what you got. So if you don't sound like you sure, then ain't no need for me to be. I don't even want to see what you got. You feel
Facts.
me?
Like I think even your homie came through, and I actually heard someone else say this the other day. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm proud of my friend's little business." Yeah. And then your homie came through, and he's like, "Oh, little podcast," and I was like, "Nah, man, it ain't."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta check that though. Yeah. But I will admit, I don't think that this time it came from that place. Some people don't understand. They just be saying, "Oh, you got your little shop going." Yeah. Like, nigga, don't live on my shop. But sometimes it's really not meant with that intent. But sometimes they are. Yeah. You gotta watch them.
Yep.
Or you got your little shop still. Them niggas be hating.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, but that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Okay, so a lot of the black people that I talk to, the artists, the business owners, they talk a lot about not getting support back from other black people.
My experience has been to not focus on that.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
I
Don't
love it.
focus on who not supporting you. You know what I mean? Just keep doing what you're doing. And you know, people will, you know, like I said, I've gotten support all across the board overall. Now, I have recognized some people who haven't came through here. You know, and in the beginning I used to be like, dang, why that person ain't come by my shop? You know, I used to be like, you know, like, dang, them dudes ain't gonna come over here and see what I got. But I learned to not worry about that. And understand that everybody not gonna mess with me. I
Yeah.
know that.
Yep.
Some people
Yep.
are just not gonna even come and take a look at your store. They're gonna automatically, for whatever reason, they're gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to shop with him. And that's cool, you know what I mean? Because it's always somebody that will shop with you. And
Amen.
another thing is everybody energy, like some of these dudes later, I realized that some of their energies I didn't want coming over here to my shop anyway.
Period.
You know what I mean? Because some people they come with a different energy. You know what I mean? And for the most part, you know, it's been 11 years. And for the most part, all the energy that done came through the plug has been good. And I'm thankful. You know what I mean?
Amen.
And yeah, sometimes people not gonna come. And then sometimes they might not come the first couple of years, but then the fourth year, here they come.
Yeah.
They like, oh man,
After you're popping,
but not necessarily.
Yeah.
You have shown them that you are consistent and that you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you're serious.
So now they like, man, I can't avoid it. I got to go shop with
Got
it.
you, yeah.
Or they might start seeing your clothing brand everywhere. So now they, you know,
They can't deny
they
it.
can't deny it.
Yeah.
They little cousin just came in with a sweater on. Their auntie had a hat on, you know. They baby mama got the kids outfit from here. You know, after a
Yep.
while, it's like, man, this dude is doing business. He's not going nowhere. So let me go and,
See
they'll
what's
come
up.
around and come support.
Yeah.
And sometimes even family members do that. I have family members who hadn't shot with me. And I want to say this, it probably wasn't because they didn't want to. Sometimes people just got life. They going through life and time is not permitting them to make it to you just yet.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that for a while, but I never thought about it. Like I said, I don't be tripping.
Yeah.
Man, one day, man, I had my folks came, man. They came about 10 deep. Everybody spent a nice chunk of money with me, and they had never been to my store. But they came, they shopped, they spent money with me, and it felt good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you guys don't get to complaining. Ain't no need to get on Facebook like, y'all supposed to be my family and y'all ain't coming to my, like, just chill,
Yeah.
just keep
Yeah.
doing what you doing, and in time they will come. If it's meant to be, and if it's not meant to be, God got a way of sending another family to
Yeah.
come shop with you.
Yeah.
Don't trip. I done met a lot of people over these 11 years that have become like family. They come in here, even if they don't buy nothing, they come in here, they shake my hand, give me a hug, tell me they proud of me, all that. You know what I mean? And they like family.
I love
So
that.
don't focus on that. Just trust your grind and keep pushing, and it's gonna all come together.
Got you.
Feel me?
One thing that I really like that
Yeah.
your first answer, which was, I don't focus on the people that don't come. I focus on the people who do come.
That's it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it also reminds me, I talked to Jammal, who's the owner of Wingman Redlands.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
talked to the homie Victor from Chubsies.
Okay, for
And
sure, for sure.
they both mentioned something that was interesting, which was like, they have, obviously everyone's got homies, but when they first started, like none of the homies came through, right? And then I remember Jammal was saying, sometimes your most loyal customer will be the stranger on the street,
Yeah.
which I always find interesting.
It works that way. And sometimes what I've learned is that everybody has a season,
Okay.
like not like that. I got some customers who have been loyal from day one, like all the way through. Then I got some that come in spurts.
Okay.
They might have came real heavy the first year, and then they, for whatever reason they had to move. But when they come back to town, they come in to see me.
Yep.
So sometimes they just come, or you get like man, I done seen just a large, it always changes though.
Yeah.
I might get a customer who shop hard with me for like 2 months. And I don't know what happens. I don't know if he, just life happens. He might,
True.
I ain't not telling what happened.
Yeah.
So sometimes people get in their feelings and they don't really know what a person going through. So don't even get in your feelings about people sometimes. They might be going through something.
Yeah.
And they be around, you know what I mean? So
Dude.
just saying that my customers, sometimes the support changes.
Yeah,
Sometimes I get this today
yeah,
or this at this time of the year, and then I get another family another time of the year.
yeah.
Another dude, he like, man, another time of the year. It changes. So
The thing I got to say, which
yeah,
I think is really important, and you said it, which is like, don't let your feelings mix with your business. You
no,
got to keep your feelings
no,
keep your emotions out of your
yeah,
business.
yeah. Because you never know what people going through.
Yeah,
Even myself. Sometimes I'm like I got my little spots out here I like to eat at.
yeah,
Sometimes I'm going. Sometimes I might go there like on Monday. I might turn around and go again on Wednesday. I might turn around and go again next week.
yeah.
But then I might not go there for 2-3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean I don't mess with them. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
give me a minute. I'll
Yeah.
be back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go try this other little burrito spot. I just found it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it ain't personal. People they just living and doing different things. Sometimes. You feel me?
I love that, man.
Yeah.
And we talked about how the brand
Yeah.
has grown from I'm just selling 70 hats to now I got whole outfits I'm giving. I'm basically a stylist.
Yeah.
Where would you like to see the future of the Plug brand go as far as
Man.
clothing wise? Where would you like to see it go?
I would like to like take it further. I realize like where I'm at is cool, and I probably could always make a way, here at the Waterman. I probably can always grind and make it. But if I want to like really take this thing to the next level, I have to take it to the next level. So I would like to see the Plug in a bit busier environment. Even a different environment, I'm gonna always keep this though. Don't get me wrong though. Like because I like what I like about the Waterman, I'll say, is that it's intimate. Like my customers, we really have a relationship. You know what I mean? Like it's like we talk about things that you couldn't talk about at the mall. You know what I mean? I doubt the people in the mall know their customers like I know my customers. Like we really like family, gang, like for real.
I love
Yeah,
that.
for real. But I would like to take it to that level too, though, because that's another customer.
The
You
mall.
know what I mean? The mall or
Okay.
a different atmosphere. Say Victoria Gardens or the even the Inland Center, even
Yeah.
though that's close, but
The
Ontario
Riverside.
Mills,
Yeah.
that's a different customer. So I would like to get to that customer. And even further, I would like to, possibly go to Melrose and, some of these places in LA, places that I don't know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
take it further. Because that's what's going to really take it further. You know what I mean? Like really monopolize. You
Take
know
it to
what
the
I
next
mean?
step.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
do you ship clothes? So like let's say someone goes on your page, they live in DC, they're like, hey man, I gotta get that shirt, it's fly them pants.
Yeah.
Do
I
you ship
definitely
out?
do. I don't have a website.
We gotta get you one.
For me, I
We
don't
gotta
know. I
get you
think I
one.
overthink it. I think I overthink it. That's it. But you can contact me. Send me a message. I will blast it out. I'll send it wherever you at. You know what I mean? Just send me a message, DM me, and I will get it done. You feel me?
I like that. And going back to the stylist thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I think also another good way to get your brand out there is getting it on the right bodies.
That's
You see what I'm
something I
saying?
need to. Me personally, I realize I need to work on that too. Yeah.
So let's say if there is someone outside that's popular right now that you think that you could fit them perfectly, who would that be?
Man, right now,
Yeah.
and this is very possible. So I'm gonna say this,
Let's say it. We gotta put it out there,
but this
man.
is very possible. I'm very proud of the young man Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? So I got plans to fit him, and I know of some of his people. So this is very,
Talk to him. Talk
we
to
can
him.
do
Talk
this.
to him. Talk to him.
He a real town native as well. And I love the way he represents.
Football,
I
right?
love his accomplishments. Yeah, football. He got the Heisman this year. So that's major coming from the Dino. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I would love to suit him up. And I am. That's
Talk to him. Talk to him right
that's
here in the
an
camera.
easy call.
Talk to him in the camera, man. Talk
Yeah,
to him. Tell him.
He know about
Tell
the
him.
plug. He
Tell
know.
him.
You know what I mean?
Tell him.
Hey,
Tell him,
I'm gonna
Flex.
get you right, Jaden.
There we
I got
go.
you.
There we go.
JD5, I'm gonna get you right, man. You feel me?
Hey.
You feel me? Gotta get you right. It's Mando, man. And even Alex Madison, all we got a few stars though. I don't Kenny Kenny Clark, you know, all of them, man. I salute, you know what I mean? Because coming from where we come from, it ain't easy, you know what I mean? So I salute y'all, you know, and many more, you know. Terrible Terry, that's my young dude, just went pro. You know what I mean? Terrible Terry
Yeah.
out there doing his thing.
He's already 1-0 already.
Just had his debut.
Yep.
You know, he duck and dive, bam, you know what I'm saying? Dude out, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, so I'm looking, you know, I definitely want to, when it comes to the town, if you doing anything positive, if you've made any kind of accomplishments, went pro or anything like that, man, the plug is here for you, baby. You feel me? And I definitely would love to get something to y'all on the house, and as well as, you know, I would love to y'all to, you know,
Partner.
remember your boy is here. Come
Yeah.
shop with your boy.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll say this, Alex Madison, he done came through many a times. You know what I mean? He used to come through with my boy Nino the boxer, who went pro as well. You know, in boxing, and they both would come through here and shop with me. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I get a lot of love. You know what I mean? A lot of love. Like, and I can, like, Kenny Clark, he do a lot of stuff in the community. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Shout out to his moms and his pops. You know, man. So the town is definitely making a lot of positive noise too.
Ooh.
So all the, you know, the negativity, man, we ain't even gotta talk about that, man.
Yeah.
We got some real positive stuff going on too.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, what I love about how you answered the question is that
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, you know, I'll fit Big Sean, I'll fit Babyface, but no, you stuck right to the community about, I can stylize people right from here.
Hey, I'm from the town, you know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
that.
With pride and passion.
I love
it. You know, that's the thing. Another thing I like to say is we just got to shine light on each other.
Yep.
So, you know, for them too, shine light on us.
Yeah.
We have the power to show the world what we consider is great to us. You know what I'm saying? So like shining light on each other is a major thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's mandatory,
and
man.
it don't take much. You know, just, you know, shine light on each other. Bring each other, give each other their flowers. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget where we come from, which I ain't got to tell none of them dudes. Them dudes, I don't know about them dudes before, you know, them dudes move kind of different. But the dudes, all the youngsters coming up today, and the ones who making it today in any kind of way, they know where they from, and they represent proudly.
Yeah.
Big shout out, you know,
Big
salute.
shot.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is that you reminded me when you said that, you know, there's some people who have been ashamed of the Dino.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
I remember
that's a normal thing for some of these dudes.
I was talking to, I think it was Cam Archer.
Yeah.
And
That's my boy.
He was the first person that told me,
Yeah.
like, there's rappers out here who claim to be from LA, but they're not from LA. And I thought it was the most weirdest thing ever.
Man, it's so weird. It's so weird, but I'm so used to it. I've been seeing it all my life, since elementary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, they do that. You know, they do that. I mean, you know, but I always felt like we don't need you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't need you.
Yeah,
you
if you're not happy to be here, bye.
Yeah, and that's one thing I say to anybody who has the negativity to say about here. You know, if you don't like it, why don't you leave? If I didn't like a place that I was at, I'm not gonna continue to stay there and then complain.
Period.
I'm going, you know what? I don't like San Bernardino. I'm finna pack up. I'm finna go back to where I'm from because it's so much better.
Back to Minnesota.
But they don't do that. They sit here, complain about this and I hate the Dino, and nigga, why is you here?
Yeah.
Leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know.
Take your ass back to Minnesota.
Yeah. Wherever you from.
Yeah,
you know
wherever
what I'm
you
saying?
from.
It ain't even Minnesota. Minnesota, it ain't never been y'all. You know what I mean? It ain't Minnesota. I ain't gonna say who it is because I don't want to. Like I say, I don't like to push certain agendas.
Yeah.
But we do have certain surrounding places that some of the people, not all of them, the people that come from there, they seem like they think they're better. So they talk down on the Dino or the IE as a whole, you know, and really, nigga, we around the corner from each other. So y'all ain't, like, what is y'all talking about?
You ain't
like,
better.
We down the street.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Flex.
Yeah.
But you rap too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How'd you get into it? How long you been rapping? Talk to us a little bit about
I've been
that,
rapping
man.
since elementary. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Rapping since elementary, inspired by my older brother, Damiante, you know. I say his whole name, he gonna be like, bro, why you had to do that? My brother Damon, you know what I'm saying? But he used to rap. And I started off just rapping his raps. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
Like my bro was rapping, and I remember some of his stuff. I remember one right now. I was gonna bust it for you.
Go, hit us with it. Hit us with it. Come on, let's
It
go.
was chilling at the park with the Incredible Hulk. We saw some fine freaks that began to talk. Spider-Man stepped up and began to trip. Then Scooby did a roundhouse and kicked him in the lip. Now Hicksy and Dixie did a drive-by. Snoopy hit the ground because they shot him in the eye. Now me, Superman, and Hulk got together to do some crime in some rainy weather. Rolled up slow in the Elko. Snoopy get the strizzy and he say, "Oh no." That's all I remember right now. But I've
Hey.
been busting that since like third grade. That was my brother rap though. You
Shout
feel
out.
me? But shout out to Big Bro, you know what I mean? But yeah, after that, I kind of always kind of played around with my own stuff to myself, you know what I mean? And then as I got older, I want to say about sixth, seventh grade, me and my boy used to mess around. We would rap to like the Fugees beat or something. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Ooh la la
The,
la.
how it go? It was one beat that we used to love.
We used to be number 10.
Yeah,
Now we're
yeah.
number one.
We'd get it cracking, And from there, I went to high school, and then I used to do a lot of battle rapping with. We used to really hit the beatbox, like, nigga be really right there making the beat. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of battle rapping right at that time, or just rapping in a circle, And then my partners, we used to rap. My partner Dallas, he had a little studio at home, and he used to make beats. So we'd go over his house and make some songs.
Uh-oh. I
My
gotta
other boy,
ask.
my boy Dizzy. Well, I forgot what he go by. Dizzy 1K. You know what I'm talking about?
The name sound familiar.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've
Light
seen
skin.
him.
I don't know why I can't think of my boy name.
Deuce?
No, Dizzy. What he go by? Damn, I can't even think of his real name. He gonna be hot at me like, nigga,
Oh
how you
man.
forgot me?
Oh
But
man.
is Dizzy 1K or something? But he light skinned tall fella.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we had a group we put together back in elementary. Not elementary, I meant high school. And
Oh yeah, he definitely get you.
yeah, he gonna be hot. Man, he know I might be saying it right. But we had a group that we just mixed everybody, a little bit of this person, that person, and all of us had different styles. You know what I mean? And we did a couple shows. We did the square downtown San Bernardino. We did the Sturgis of course.
Yeah.
You ain't nigga, if you from the town and you ain't never rapped at the Sturgis over a certain age, you ain't
He ain't
really
official.
rapped.
You ain't official.
Yeah, we took it to the Sturgis. But yeah, we did some dope stuff, and that's kind of like how it started. And then I just I like doing music, and even though like right now at this point, I am not pursuing the music career, like in that way. I like to do it, so I do it, and I feel I'm good at it, so I do it. And just recently, I've been doing a little open mic night though, with Ashley, my Ashley Swanye. Shout out to Swanye. Shout out to the open mic night, and that's every first Saturday. And it's been real dope. So if y'all ain't
Where's
heard
that at?
about that, at Swanye Beauty Salon, it's off of Highland and Arrowhead, next to the Chase Bank. Start at 7. This is the dopest environment right now that I feel in the Dino for sure. But I want to say in the IE,
I love
far
it.
as the energy. It's not a big spot, so it's real intimate. So you really get to get in there and do your stuff and connect with the crowd. You have everything from you got singers, you got poetry, you got spoken word,
The
you
whole
got
nine.
comedians, you got people who play the guitar and sing. A lot of dope people. So if you need something to do on a Saturday night and you like a cool crowd with good energy, come out. It's cracking.
Flex,
Yeah.
you mentioned the battle rap, right? It
Yeah,
made me think
yeah,
about
yeah.
freestyling. So you know
Yeah.
how to freestyle? Can you still
I,
freestyle?
I can get hot. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so
Like I'm still nice, but I ain't been doing it. But I can.
okay, so Flex,
Yeah.
if I kick you a beat, would you freestyle for us?
Oh man, I'm gonna keep it real. I will because I don't turn down nothing.
Okay,
But
okay.
I don't really want to. But
Ooh.
I can.
Okay, so
And then I understand. Let me tell you this. I
Okay.
come from the era
Okay.
of when a freestyle is really a freestyle.
Okay.
So some of you niggas got written shit that you just would have been like, I'm gonna just bust my written.
Tell 'em.
I'm just being truthful that I'm not gonna. I'm talking about off the head
Yeah,
freestyle.
tell 'em.
That's what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah.
I ain't done it in a while, but my boy called me out. I can't turn
got you.
nothing
So if I
down.
kick a beat, you down?
Man, if you're gonna put me on the spot,
I'm
like I say, I can't turn it down.
Okay.
I'm flexo to raw. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be right.
Let's go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, freestyle commence.
All right, turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. He put the bass in that joint. All right, for sure. Let me see if I can catch this. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can catch this. We live at the shop right now. I'm finna do a drop right now. I take it to the top right now. And no, I can't flop right now. He called me out on the mic, so I had to go. The beat sound like this, so that does the flow. So I had to rap like this, because this the way the beat was like this. And I'm just chilling at the plug. Turn it to a club. Pop a bottle, have a drink. I don't really care what they think. I'm getting to it, sticking to it. All I know is just do it. Rocking in this joint like this, because the beat sound like this.
Thank you, Flex. Thank you.
Man, I tried, man.
Thank you,
feel me?
man. Thank you.
And if you
Thank
know
you.
me, you know I don't rap like that. So I got some heat.
Hey, if you got variety, you got
something for
that's it.
I got something for you.
Got some
you know?
variety. So Flex, number one, thank you again for sharing with the freestyle with us.
Yeah.
What's something that, and it could be anything, that most people don't know about you, and it could be as simple as like, I like butterflies or whatever. But what's one thing that most people, maybe even close friends, don't know about you?
That most people don't know about me,
Yes.
even close friends.
Yeah.
Well, people don't realize I'm really I'm a cool motherfucker, but I'm naturally a shy motherfucker. So like I said earlier, when I said you got to have people skills, I had to bust out of that shit too. So when I tell people to bust out of that shit and have people skills, I had to. Like I used to be real like laid back, shy, like and it's still like a low key part of me, but nobody could probably tell, like, cause I'm the life of the party too. I'm the life of the party, and you can drop me off anywhere and I can talk to anybody. But I know, like, coming up, I was dumb shy. Like if I had a girl, like man, my girlfriend in middle school, like man, I barely even hugged her or held her hand or any of that. Like I barely anything. But I used to see other little dudes and they be all like hugged up walking through the hallway. And a part of me wanted to do that, but I was like, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's one thing. Like I use the word shy. I don't know. That's because I'm going back to that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like a nigga was shy, but I ain't like now you wouldn't even be able to tell. But that's just something people don't know about me that I know. Like that's how I was. Like I really wasn't the outspoken person like that. Like or just it was something I had to turn on. You know what I mean? And once I turned it on, I understand that that's everything, even in life. Like I said, people skills even help you with meeting women. Like if you ain't got no people
Period.
skills, you can't even talk to girls.
Period.
Like nigga, you don't even know how to approach the conversation. You feel me? So, that's something as I learned, it helped me in every part of everything. You know what I mean? Like, like man, so
Made me think about weirdos.
yeah.
They can't talk
They
to
can't
girls.
talk. Most of these dudes, now the younger people, they can't even talk. They so used to DMing and getting in the inbox. They'll wait to, like, they'll see a girl. They could see a girl somewhere and they will not even go approach her. They will wait and let me see if I know somebody she knows so I can get her IG so I can get in her inbox.
Wow.
Nigga, she right there, nigga. Go holler. They don't have that. They better. They got that inbox game. They good in the
Yeah.
inbox. You know what I mean? But live on the spot, they gonna freeze up. You feel me?
Have fun.
So yeah, but yeah, once I got, I think once I kicked the shyness and all that shit, I believe it was like 10th grade. 10th grade, it's like I hopped out the bed and turned my swag on, like turned it on, like boom, it's on, like I don't
Overnight, just overnight, just
like I just told myself like, and you know what I think if I can be truthful, what it
let's
was.
be truthful, man.
Truthful, what it was is coming up like after my aunt passed, I didn't have shit really. Like I didn't have clothes or, I didn't have, like I didn't feel good. You know what I mean? I was going to school. Like if my socks is wet right now. I just washed them out in the sink. Nigga, I don't feel fly. Nigga, my feet damp right now. Nigga, I might get pneumonia right now. Nigga, it's raining. Nigga, and my socks wet. You feel me? So I think a lot of that played a part into it. Just not having and and knowing what I had to go home to, like, if my living conditions wasn't right,
Yeah.
So it kind of made me kind of shy, if I can. And I've never really spoken this to anybody, you know what I mean? So this is just me really dissecting and being truthful. That's more say what it was. I didn't have, I might only have like 2 pair of pants and 3 shirts. You know what I mean? And then my homeboy, he had 2 pair of pants and 3 shirts. So we'd swap it. We'd wear each other's shit. He go to one school, I go to the other school. Shout out to my best friend, rest in peace, Bucho. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things me and him went through that only we know. You know what I mean? And our close family. So, it was. I think that had a lot to do with it, cause pretty much once so at 14, I started working though. I got my first summer job. They had the JTPA program. I don't know if I got off subject, but I had the
We here.
JTPA program. So
What's that?
it was a summer job program they had. I don't know if they still got it, but I remember being young and I couldn't wait to get a job because of my living situation. I was like, man, I gotta get a job. You feel me? Like, so I got the little summer job. I was shampooing carpets with the school district. And then, it took like I think they wasn't paying us, but like $4.25 an hour. Nigga worked all summer and got $300.
Damn.
You feel me? But that was a well-earned $300.
Yes, sir.
It was mine.
Yes,
So
sir.
then when I got that $300, I was able to buy me some clothes. And that was like around, I want to say I was about 14, almost 15, when I got that job. And then, so I was able to buy me a little something to go to school. And then from there, I started working Taco Bell KFC in Highland at the Walmart. I had Taco Bell KFC. And then I made my own money. So now I'm making money. You know what I mean? So now I got to go into school. I get to dress how I want to dress, and I had stuff then, but I think the time when I didn't have stuff, it kind of made me kind of shy. You know what I'm saying? If I can be real, because I didn't have, I'm like, shit, nigga, I ain't got no lunch money. You feel me? Shit, nigga, I don't want to. It ain't cool. I'm hungry, nigga. Y'all
Got you.
niggas over there talking. You feel me?
Yeah.
And shit
Ain't nothing
like
to be
that.
proud about.
Yeah, that wasn't nothing to be, not like that, but it just affected my interaction, just interacting with people,
100%. 100%.
So like,
100%.
even like, doing my work, I wasn't doing no work. I got a song that I talk about everything that I'm talking about right now. The song lays down everything. And yeah, I didn't want to do no work because I didn't want to do no work in class. Like nigga, my socks, nigga, I'm in here, nigga, my socks damp, my drawers, my drawers wet, nigga.
I'm hungry.
Nigga, I'm hungry, nigga. I don't want to do none of this shit. I don't even want to be here. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, that shit affected my grades,
Yep.
my interact. Like, so up until then, I was just kind of on autopilot. I was on autopilot, but I wasn't a follower still. So I wasn't easy persuaded to join a gang or, sell drugs or anything like that. I still had a mind,
Had a solid mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, but once I did get all of that, and I bought my own clothes and everything, and that's when I think I got out of the shyness. I started feeling myself.
I got
I
you.
started feeling myself probably a little too much, to be real. Like I probably was like, I thought I was the man. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, you feel me? I think I got best dressed of the school year, at the high school. It was a small high school, Sierra, but I did it still. I was the flyest nigga there. I turned it all the way on. I had my own money and I was buying my own stuff. But I kind of still was, with habit, I still wasn't doing my work, if I can share that, you know. So I didn't finish at Sierra. I went to adult ed. I still was kind of bullshitting, but I still worked though. I never stopped working since I was 14. You know what I mean? The brief time I stopped working, that's another story, but it was only briefly, but I still was working. I always earned. I ain't never not earned. Always made money. You know what I mean? Since 14, some kind of money, whether it was slow money, fast money, I was making some money. I had something going on. But yeah, so what was I saying?
So that's the shyness, basically. That's what
Yeah,
we're
the
getting at.
shyness, yeah.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say was, real quick, I did go back to school I didn't go back to school until I was like 26 or 7. And I went back because I had lost my job at the railroad. So I went back to school for pharmacy technician. And when I went back for pharmacy technician and I paid attention in school, I was like one of the smartest people in the class. And that's what I learned. Sometimes all you got to do is pay attention. And
Apply yourself.
Apply yourself. I was the smart. People was coming to me asking me questions. I was like, dang, I'm doing this. Like, I had to relearn a lot of shit. Truthful, I forgot how to do double digit multiplication. I had to reteach myself how to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I was ashamed to tell people that I had forgot. You know what I mean? So, in that class I had to learn. I had to relearn. Like at the pharmacy technician.
Yeah.
I learned, and I'm happy, but yeah, I had to relearn all that shit. And I just want to say to anybody, just pay attention and apply yourself too. And you be surprised. You'll surprise yourself. Because I had started to believe that I just didn't know and I wasn't smart. Just me being truthful.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, nigga, you don't know how to do that crazy math. I was doing all kind of math. The pharmacy tech, you got to do a lot of different type of math, and a lot of it is just knowing the formula, like the procedure, like how you do it. So if you don't know that, you'll never get the question right. But if you pay attention to how to do it, then you'll understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just want to touch that. But yeah, after I got my own money, shyness was out the window. I was no longer shy. You feel me?
You reminded me of applying yourself, because I didn't get my first A until I went to college.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time I actually tried.
Yeah.
That was the first time I actually tried, and I was like, oh shit, I could actually get an A. So it's, apply yourself, kids. You never know.
Nah, for
Adults.
real. That's real. But like
that's in everything in life, I guess.
So now to this day, and I not to go on there, but I give out a lot of stuff. I'm not a recorder with my giving, so a lot of people might not know what I do. Like far as community or and some stuff do get put out there, but I do a whole. Like I give away a lot of just clothes. Just from me running this clothing business for all these years, I have tons of stuff. Like I got stuff in my garage. I got stuff in my storage. My closet is crazy. But because I know what it's like not to have, I give a lot away to a lot of different people. You know what I mean? If I see you need something, I give,
Yeah.
Like, so if it's anybody out there that genuinely needs something, not that you just want some stuff, just to come up. But if because I know what it's like to just even socks. Like I would have been happy if somebody would have gave me a pack of 2 packs of socks. You know what I mean? So I ain't gotta wash out these 2-3 pair or this 1 pair of socks after a while every day. You know what I mean? Like that was like torture. You know what I mean? Just going to school with wet socks and wet drawers and jeans wet too. Everything was wet.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm trying to I can't say the word iron unless I practice, because I say iron. But iron, you know what I mean? You trying to iron your shit dry, like nigga, that shit wet. Then it got the little burn marks on it. Everybody see them burn marks, nigga. You know what I mean? But then the pockets don't never quite dry.
That part.
You know what I mean? So nigga just, I'm wet. Motherfucker talking about do some work at it. Man, I ain't even want to be there.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if there's anybody that I can help in, like in those type of situations, like you just need an extra pack of socks. It'd be little things. And I think the community don't even realize, even myself. I mean, I do realize because I was that kid, but sometimes people just need little stuff. They don't even need, like, nigga, give me some underclothes. Like, give me a pack of tank tops and some t-shirts. I'm be cool. You feel me? Like, just the little things people don't realize that some of these kids might need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it really comes together. Shout out to you, Flex, for that, man. That's dope. Flex, I want to thank you for being on here and sharing your story with us, man, and everything.
For sure.
What's some of the current projects that you're working on? Whether it's business, outside of business, what's some of the current projects you're working on?
Now, okay, so we have the IE Choice Awards coming up. IE Choice Awards is put on by All Smiles Love and Care Foundation, which is Latrice and my lady Latoya, my fiance. I gotta, I don't not say it because I don't want to say it. I'm just kind of like a hood nigga that don't really know some things I just don't realize. So I don't mean it like that, baby. But so they putting that on. You know what I'm saying? And it's a dope thing. It's dope. This is the 3rd year. You know what I mean? So this is year number 3. And this is where we recognize and give each other flowers. You know, we shine the light on each other in our community, where we don't wait on someone else to come through and recognize us. We recognize each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very dope thing. It's dope, you know, and it's coming along. It's getting better and better each year. We're trying to get the word out even more, because in the previous years we've had people, they act like they didn't see it. You know what I mean? They be like, oh, we didn't hear about it, you know? So we just want to try to make sure we get the word out. Everybody know that this is going on. I think it's December 7th, if I'm not mistaken, this year. December 7th. I think it's Indian Springs High School this year in the auditorium. I'll hit y'all with the times and all that later, but I think it's like 3 to 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But,
we'll make sure people can connect with you to get everything right.
Yeah,
we'll make
definitely.
sure we connect you.
So that's something that's coming up, you know, and I'm part of it. 'Cause I'm a part of whatever my lady doing, you know what I mean? So if whatever she doing, I'm a part of. So even though it's their thing, I'm a part of it too, you know what I mean? So I'm just naturally like that though, like shit. Matter of fact, when we started the business, she started selling the hair, you know what I mean, first.
Okay.
You know, because I sold hair before I got the shop at the plug. So I had hair and hats first, selling them on the side.
That makes sense.
Because but I was selling the hair like it was mine. I sold a gang of hair. I was pulling up. People had their honeycomb in. They had their whole little honeycomb
ready to go.
Yeah, they was ready to go. I was pulling up with the bundles, you know. You know, a lot of people know me for that too, though. Like they know me for selling hair too, because that's how I started. And I did that with my lady, you know, and I like to emphasize on anything she got going on, I'm a part of, you know what I mean?
I love that.
I think that's how it should be. So
I love that.
If you're not a part of what your mate got going on, that's crazy.
Yeah, period.
You feel me? We should all help each other, especially if we in a relationship. We like this.
Yeah.
Then whatever you got going, I got going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Flex,
vice
man,
versa.
I want to thank you again for being on the Empire, bro. Yeah. Let's say 100 years pass by, 250 years pass by. What would you like your empire to look like, whether it's business, family, community involvement? What would you like your empire to look like 250 years from now?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, you jacked me up with that one. Because when you say 100 years, you sure 100?
250.
250 years from now, what would I like my empire to look like?
Yep. People look back and say, oh, this is what Flex did. This is what he's
Man,
about.
I mean, that's a long time. I ain't gonna even lie to you. So I'm trying to grasp 250 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, who's gonna be here? Great, 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 great grandkids or somebody. You feel me?
Hmm.
But it's a long time. But I'm gonna be real, man. I ain't gonna even try to front with you right now. That's a long time. And the way this world is going, I don't know where any of us gonna be. I don't even mean to say it like that. Now, if you say like 50 years from now, then I could talk about
Go ahead.
that.
What would you like your empire to look like?
All right,
You
man.
know,
I
people
would
look
like,
back.
man, I would like for my family, my kids, um, my community, everything. I would like to see us further, 50 years from now. I would like to see us, I would like to see this bigger. I would like to see our communities better. I would like to see peace in our neighborhoods. I would like to see just unity in the community, just all of that. And I would like, for them to still, I would like to still be recognized too, like if, and I would definitely would like my legacy to still be going on, um, so I definitely can see that, I can see 50, 50, even 100 maybe, you know what I mean? But 250? Man, that would be nice though. But yeah, definitely, man. I just want to see progression. You know what I mean? In my whole family wise, I want my family to progress as a whole, and my community too. Like us, our race. I want to see us, you know, getting to where we need to be. You know what I mean? Just as a whole. I don't want to, like, I feel like I started off at square one. You know what I mean? Like flat out square one. I didn't have nobody to tell me how to do anything. So I would like to be able for, my daughter and my son and, both my sons and, my cousins, my little cousins, I would like them to learn from me to not have to start off at square one, to be able to have someone they can come to and be like, okay, my cousin already laid that down, so we know how to get past that part. So we're going to take it to the next level and, and so forth on, everybody keep leveling up each year, or each decade or whatever, just doing better than we were where we come from. You know what I mean? I want certain shit to be so far from us that you wouldn't even believe we did it. Like, like we don't, nah, we ain't even, man, we been past that level.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? We don't even engage in all that no more. We living life, enjoying life. We taking vacations, you know, business is good, life is good, That's where I would like to see it. And, that my legacy and, so forth on.
Got you. That
Yeah.
would be your empire.
Yeah, my empire, yeah, all of
I
that,
love that.
just really, just growing, just growing, just continue to grow. Don't get stagnated and definitely don't take no steps back. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Move forward.
One thing that me and my bro say is my brother is just like me. He's a very business minded.
Talking about Jammal?
Yeah, my brother
Okay.
Jammal. Yeah. So we got a lot of Jammals. So we got Jammal, my other, we work with each other around here, like next to each other. He has two different business. That's another Jammal. But I'm talking about Jammal, my brother. Yes, definitely. We understand that out of our family, we the only ones to start a business. You know what I mean? We're basically the only ones. Um, and if we don't at least make this teachable to our kids and cousins and nephews and different things of that, we're just gonna kick the can down the road. You know what I mean? And they're gonna have to start off from step one too.
Square
So
one.
we
Yep.
definitely understand that we have to make this teachable and so that they learn and be able to take it further than us. Like we got it in a cool spot, but the goal is for them to take it up further.
Yep.
So we not just doing this for us, we doing it for them too. So they can take it to the next level and then they get it to that level and then the next upcoming, they take it to the next level
Yeah.
and so on. Or they keep it, they maintain it.
Hmm.
We don't want to be the story of, oh, we remember or he used to have, or you
Yeah.
remember when they used to have a plug and it's gone. No, we want to be that, like you say, that legacy, that empire that it started right there and it grew. You know what I mean? So definitely me and my bro, we understand that, you know what I mean, as far as our family. And
Yeah.
even far as the community, because the community, if this is unheard of in the community too. And I can name, because I'm from here, I know the few people before me. You had Ragman's, and then you had Odd Ones, Moan. And Ragman's was next door to Jimmy's liquor store. Moan had the shop off of Mount Vernon next to the old Pink Swap Meet. And he had another store right here on Sierra Way. Shout out to them. You know, shout out to Moan. Moan got another store now. Shout out to Moan. You know what I mean? He's a person, when I got the store and I was going, I definitely thought of Moan, because he's the only person that I knew who had a store in our whole community ever.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Besides Ragman's. So, you know, for the whole community, I like to take us further. And I'll say this, and I'll say this humbly. I know the plug has inspired, or is it inspired?
Yeah.
Inspired. They have inspired many. You know what I mean? It's a lot of us pushing, and you know, shout out to the dudes who doing their thing. You know, shout out to my boy Truth. You know what I mean? Truth got the plug up and fly out. You know what I mean? PUFO. You know what I mean? They got a shop. Theirs is off of Centro, and let me cut this off. Theirs is off of Centro and Waterman. You know what I mean? Check them out. You know what I mean? And it's many more. You know what I mean? It's a lot more. You know, you got the other dudes with the T plug, Hispanic dudes. They stuff is, you know, shout out to them too. You know what I mean? They really from the community, putting something back in the community. And for years we never saw that, far as from a clothing point of view, or, you know, if I can speak from that point of view. You know, a few people might have had restaurants and stuff, but never like in this type of field, you know. So shout out to both of them dudes, and shout out to my bro. He got the factory off of Highland. Shout out to the Avenue, my boy D-Mac. He off of Highland and Arden, I believe, still, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Or somewhere, he might got a new location, but shout out to the Avenue, you know. So just saying, I just want to see us grow as a whole community too, you know, just not my family wise, but as a whole city, you know what I mean? Because we come a long ways, you know what I mean? We all from the same place. We all been through the same struggles, you know what I mean? We all come from the same place. Yep. You know, we relate in ways we don't even know we relate in, you know what I mean? But you got to be from here to even know, you know what I mean? So definitely shout out to all of them. I can go on and on when it comes to the...
shout out to you, Flex. That's why we're here today, right?
It's so many entrepreneurs young that's coming up, that's from here, that represent where they from, you know what I mean? Maya Ashley, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, shout out to all of them,
the Weave
man.
Pro, Vanessa, shout out to her, you know. Shout out to DJ Muda, you know what I mean? Shout out to Lathan, DJ Lathan, you know what I'm saying?
DJ Lathan, yep.
Man, I can go on, you know, we coming, and I love to see the progression. Amen. You know, the progress is beautiful, because I know we come from a place when wasn't none of that going on. You know what I mean?
Things have changed.
Things have changed.
Flex.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you. And if I missed anybody, you know I got love for y'all, man.
Yeah, you know.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody doing something positive to promote and move us forward. Shout out to everybody, even if I don't know you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Even if I don't know you.
Flex, thank you so much, man. You know, hey, people, if we had unlimited time, unlimited everything, we'd be here all day.
Yeah, we'd be here all day.
But that's not how life works.
Yeah.
Flex, thank you so much for being on the Empire.
It's official.
Can you please let everybody know how they can find you, support you, catch all the Unity things, everything that you're a part of? Can you let everybody know how they can do those things?
Okay, for sure. Well, my name is James Moreno on Facebook. You know, you can know my name. I ain't gotta hide what my name is. You know,
there we go.
That's even a crazy thought to me. But let me stop talking. But yeah, I'm James Moreno on Facebook. So if you follow me on there, you can do that. Besides that, I got the Plug 11 on IG. You can check out my store and stuff on there as well. You can come check the Plug out in person at what is this? 11? What is it? No, 999 North Waterman Avenue, Suite A22, San Bernardino, California, located at the Waterman Discount Mall. You can pull up on me anytime. I'll be here. You know, only closed on Tuesdays, but you pull up on me, I'm here 10 to 6, 10 to 7. You know, I'm here. So, you know, you can pull up and chop it up with me. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, hit me on them social media accounts. And, you know, I'm going to definitely fill you in on what's going on. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And I'll have
It's
all those
official.
things in the link in the description, folks.
Yeah.
Do you want to give them the contact number for your phone, or what do you think?
It's all my stuff public. 909-534-3425.
That's what hit them
You can
directly.
get everything. You know what I mean? My number on my sign, my number on my Instagram. Hey, you know it's public.
Yeah,
You
and
know
like I
what
said,
mean?
folks, I'll have everything in the description so y'all can just click on it and reach
Yeah.
out. I
Don't
wanna
be
thank
crawling me on no crazy shit though.
Okay, yeah. We'll find you. We'll find
I'm
you.
just messing with y'all. All love though, man.
Yeah,
You know,
so
and-
I want to thank all y'all who watched and stay tuned.
Yeah.
You know, I want to thank Flex, aka James.
Yeah.
Please like the video if you haven't. Subscribe if you guys really enjoyed this.
it's official.
Man, if you want to support the work we're doing out here, you can do our Cash App, The Empire podcast, which is
Definitely.
also linked in the descriptions.
Definitely.
And other than that, we'll catch you guys in the next episode. All right?
Definitely, y'all.
Peace.
One love.
I say, is it my duty? Yeah. Is it my will? Yeah. To do what? Yeah. To do is right. I say.
To not see, you know, they got babies crying.
Yeah,
you know, we're live at the Waterman where
We-
the baby just might cry.
Yeah, you know,
what I'm saying?
here.
But it's all
She's trying to
good.
get that spotlight. Trying to get that
Yeah.
spotlight.
She just learning how to talk.